Happy Sunday, February the 26th. Fellow Georgia brethren and sisterhood, welcome to the Cup Final Watchalong. The Carabao Cup Final Watchalong. Newcastle United take on the team from Manchester that wear red. A massive day. 24 years we've been waiting for this, and I'm not living next door to Alice either, but it's a massive, massive day for this fantastic football club of ours that we've supported through thick and thin. We've had some trials and tribulations since we were last at Wembley. Of course, we were there for the semi-final in 2002. Since then, we've had some ups. Bobby Robson, he took us to Champions League football. Then we managed to naff that one up and sack the gentleman when he really didn't deserve that. And then Sir John Hall and Freddie Shepherd sold out to our former owner, who put us through the ringer. He cherry-picked the club. He used us as an advertising hoarding for his crap sports company. 14 long, tedious years. Years of frustration. Years of anguish. Years of hatred. We lost our club. He took it off us. Then that day in October last year before last even, I'm telling lies, 2021, we were saved. We got our club back. Amanda Staveley, Mehrdad Qadusi, Jane Rubins and the PAF consortium bought our club and set us on a 5 to 10 year plan where silverware would come. Now, a mere 16, 17 months later, we're well ahead of schedule, and here we are at Wembley today to hopefully bring that bit of silverware in that we've yearned for so long. It's a fantastic day. The sun's out shining. Everyone's at Wembley. All the Geordies are there. They've taken over London. We've seen the magnificent scenes at Trafalgar Square last night. Biblical scenes. 130,000 Geordies supposedly in London today. What a fantastic turnout for a fantastic club. Someone's missed out there, but it's taken this long for us to do this. We're here. We're not going to let it go. I'm going to talk you through the whole game later. Kick off at 4:30. Until then, we'll do some comments and let's see where we get here, because we're an hour and a half before schedule. I haven't got it's a knockout or anything like that. They used to do, but I need to go right to the top here, and I can't get there because there's that many people in the chat already. Welcome to you all, by the way. It's great having you here with us. It's been great having you with us all season. The Toon Review family, just a fantastic family to belong to. And come on, let's do this today. First comment of the day goes to Alvin Messenger over there in America. Same here. First and foremost, enjoy the moment. In a few years when we're winning trophies, left, right, we'll look back to this day and say this was what started it all. Good luck to the lads. Yep, there you go. Can't agree more. Afternoon to Jock. Chirpy's here. Today's the day I can't wait. It's written in the stars, ladies and gentlemen. Away the lads. KB and UFC over in Belfast. A very good afternoon, Billy. Come on the Toon. Away the lads. The wait is over. Chirpy thinks 1-0. Miggy or Callum. Well, I'll buy that. Clive's here. Hope the fans get home okay. Billy, train strikes here today. Nothing running in London. I'm not sure about that. Spurs have scored. They are the one up at the minute. I've stopped watching that. I don't really care about that game. It's absolutely nothing to do with us. Today, Peter Dolan's in the house. Hi, Billy and Mods. I put my 6-9 Fairs Cup winning scarf onto my paranoid retriever for added good luck today, as we're going to need extra help to beat the referee and VAR. Good point. Before we go any further, though, I need to say to you, if you are new to this channel, the option to subscribe is a fantastic one for you to do so. This is a great channel. We've got a fantastic community going here. Shows virtually every night of the week. Super chats are also available by hitting the dollar sign, and you can also join us as a member by clicking the join sign. Before you leave today, or even now while you're doing it, let's have a thumbs up, hit that like button. It really does help us out. It puts us up the algorithm in the search history for people who like-minded people who want to see football videos. So, all that said, let's get back into the comments. Santosh is here. Too nervous to even watch. Well, the Newcastle United are over at Wembley right now as I speak, actually. To see Kieran Trippier, Big Dan Burn going through. Obviously, the coaches arrived. Jacob Murphy. Bruno Guimaraes is also there, looking cool. No nerd. Joe Linton looks like he's stepped out for Sunday afternoon stroll. Callum Wilson's also there. Jamal Lascelles, excuse me, all earphoned up. Alexander Isak also walking through. And that's the Toon have arrived. They're there. We're here. So Truls is here too. Hello, Truls. Hope you're well, mates. Hazard, welcome. Jordy Ricard, yes, welcome, mate. Peter Bill's here too. Hope you're well. Chipper's also here. Afternoon, teacher family. All I can say today is our day. Indeed. Up the A1, say afternoon, Billy Modern Chatters. Let's bring this cup back home away. The lads. Truls isn't shitting bricks, he's shitting ready-made houses. Hey, you can make some money doing that if you can do that, buddy. John's back doors in the house. So is Michael Ellefson. Ken Robinson's here as well. Well, Billy, let's just pray we do it. I couldn't wait any longer. So it's Toon top on and break open the Effies. Yum, yum. Away the lads. Well, there had to be a few drinking today. Unfortunately, I'm not able to until the game's finished. Let's hope it's celebratory rather than drowning one's sorrows. But we can only, time will tell on that matter. But I'm really confident, I've got to say. George is here. Hi, George. Hope you're well. Afternoon, lads and lassies. Crossing everything. Get everything crossed, mate. Get everything crossed. Jock needs to be able to steady the nerves now. Up the A1's on the dog. Well, I haven't kind of silenced my phone, which is not a usual thing for me to do, but I shall do it now. It's on vibration in case the mods need to get in touch with me or anyone else. There you go. So there you go. Calvin's here. He says 2-0 win and coming. Miggy and he's at the scores. I can feel it in my plums. Yeah, that was the line that missed out from Lovers All Around Me, isn't it? I feel it in my fingers. They didn't use that for the next line. It was toes rather than the fruity things that people pluck off trees and not things that set elsewhere. But there you go. Ben's excited. Shaw says that must be awful, Calvin. I mean, kicking around in that area. Well, Jock's got a case of Maltese beer ready. Pedro's here. Hope you're well, Pedro. Mary's also here. Afternoon, Billy and Mod Squad. How's you all doing? I think there's a bit of anticipation. There's a bit of nerves. But confident, I'm still confident, and nothing's going to change that. Marius is here. Good evening. Watching the game at home with two friends today, and they are both Man U fans. Well, let's hope you have the last laugh then, Marius. Let's just go for that. Renier's in the house too, and he's pumped. He says, James also here. I am all in my measured suit and ready for the biggest football match of my life so far. It's a massive day, isn't it? It's a massive, massive day. One we've been waiting for a long time. You'll all remember this day, win or lose. Just enjoy it. Absolutely. Misfits here too. Alan Johnson's here. No beer for me. I had enough over the last 2 days. They were celebrating birthday. So I'm old and rather tender. Away the lads. Well, I'm sure if we manage to get this win, I'm sure there'll be beer flowing there. The little fella says 3-1 the Toon. Away the lads. Cards in the house too. Francisco, good morning, Billy, Bob, and chat and mods. May the fortune smile upon us today. Billy, remember the same. Aha, yes, you're right. You're right. I thought Paul was doing that, but I shall do that now as we speak. Francisco, who will be joining me at half time and maybe after the game too. So if I can find you in the messages on Twitter, I can send you this too. So let's see if I can find you. Sugar. Unfortunately, Francisco, I can't send you a link because I haven't got you on Twitter. I don't think. And if I have, send me a DM because I can't see it at the minute. All right, mate? Otherwise, I won't be able to send you a link. Charles is here. We've already said that already. Facebook you says, hi, Paul. Well, Paul's at Wembley. It's me today. Marius, would-be farmer all the way from New Mexico. He says, New Mexico supports Newcastle. Overthinking underthinker. Here we go. He's going for it as well. Brian Amex is here too. Good morning, everyone. Lots of people. Rashid over in India. Hope you're well, mate. Diane is in the pub waiting to see our lads walk out at Wembley. She's very emotional. Yeah, there's a few vids on Twitter at the minute, social media. The chap that Keith Downey interviewed that just couldn't hold it in, basically. It was a hard watch, but when we were all feeling the same, I guess. Andy's here. Watched the movie last night called Knock at the Cabin. One of the guys looked just like Paul. it's a sign we're going to win the cup. Away the lads. Let's hope so. Geordie J Gaming. Hi guys, London is black and white. I think that might be Jason. Might be Jason. Indeed, it might be. Paul Tully's here. Hope you're well. Tony Paul's here. Ash is here too. Hello, Billy. How are you? Come on. I was a bit nervous this morning. Let's just say that. This must have been after I started talking. Come on, you beautiful Geordie bastards. Let's take it to the Manx and make a statement. Says Luke. Who the F is Alice? Yes, that was the second version of the song. I'm ready. Not sure my heart is though, says Trolls. Julie J's here. Good afternoon to you. Stu's also here. Afternoon, Billy. How are the lads? It's a massive, massive day. Ground is starting to fill up as we speak. They're in the. I'm going to say that's the. Well, it is. It's the Newcastle end, and it's starting to fill up. Les Ferdinand's there. David Ginner's there. Jamie Carragher's doing a selfie with the Newcastle. Well, doing the Newcastle end. It's great to see. Meant to keep heart rate below 120 to 105. I haven't kicked out yet. Be my luck. I'll pick up for them. You won't, Ricard. You won't, pal. You'll be all right. Hi, Andrew. Hope you're well. Toon Game is in the house too. Come on, the Toon. Going to win 2-0 away the lads. Michael Thames here. 2-1 he says to Newcastle today. Have we seen Jamie Rubin and Maydad's pick from Trafalgar? I did. Yes. Also, Darren Eales' speech was fantastic also. And it's been a great look through social media this morning. I've got to be honest. Spider Hodgson's here. Come on the Toon. Best wishes from South Africa 2-1. He's saying Jason thinks 3-1. Majestic Pillows here. How are the lads? Rashid's very confident. He's going 5-2. I could do that. You know, I don't want any hanging on. It's not going to be easy to kind of stay alive when that quarter of sentiments is. Here's Rach. He's Queen Mod. Good afternoon, everyone. Nerves kicked in. Very important info. 1 second. I need to cough. No spoilers. No all caps. Please be aware this is a huge match and the mods want to watch the match and not the chat. Indeed. Very important information. And they're asking for links either. That's something else that we don't do on this channel. But apart from that, you'll be great. Frank Reynolds, welcome to the channel, mate. Put on your best black and white shirt and away the lads. Would-be Farmer says, everyone have their certificates, Narcan, etc. We have a couple of super chats. We have £5 from Ronald Turnbull. I just watched Paul with Tyneside Live. Yeah, I watched that earlier. Him and Eddie interviewed him, didn't he? Thanks for that, Ronald, for that fantastic gesture. And Jimmy Jones, resident West Hammer, $4.99 from him. Good luck, people. Today I am Toon. Away the lads. You're welcome, mate. Join the club. You're welcome. I'm sure the whole country, apart from the glory hunting tin pot fans of Manchester United, will be supporting us today. Stephen says, good evening, legends. Glad to be here to witness history and fantastic commentary. Got to admit, seeing all those videos of fans in London make me proud to be a Newcastle fan. Incredible, wasn't it? Just, you know, the scenes at Trafalgar Square and, yeah, there's been a lot of emotion going on. The chap trying to climb into the fountain, failing miserably twice, stripped to his underpants and then still couldn't do it. Police were on show also. But, you know, unlike our friends up the road who were defecating in the pond and things like that, left a shitload of shit, basically, our fans cleaned up after themselves. Like the Wumbles, but Geordie versions. Fantastic. And a credit to the city and the club. Right, enjoy the show and away the lads. Ad B says, bizarrely, Sky's match pepper to show Newcastle and Man United playing 5 stages ago. Yeah, that's weird, that. Oh, we're getting selfies of the Newcastle end. Jamie Carragher, who has got a little bit of a soft spot for Newcastle, has to be said, is doing selfies with his selfie stick, and the Newcastle fans are dancing behind him. The few that are already in, of course, is still another hour and 15 minutes till kickoff. And this is going to ramp up over the next hour. Of course it is. David Ginola is with him, and so is Les Ferdinand. But already it looks a carnival atmosphere in that stadium. Stu saying hello. Well, this is the big one. Come on the Toon. Right. Excuse me 1 second. Kobe's in the house too. Hope you're well. Toon Dave says, afternoon, Billy. Nervous now for this, but FFS, so looking forward to it. Need some beers to settle my nerves. The fans in Trafalgar, unbelievable. Geordie takeover it was. Susan's in the house too. Hi, Susan. Geordie B says, good day, Billy. How are the lads? Charles is also here. We've said that 14 times already. Tony Paul thinks 2-1 to Newcastle, Joe Linton and Wilson to score. Rashford to them. Paul's in the house over in the Philippines too. Afternoon, Billy. It's going to be a start of a good time. Let's bring the cup back to Newcastle. Away the Toon. Johnny Vickers has joined also. Welcome to you. Sophia's also here. Hello, Sir Billy. Hey, everybody. Thank God for false nails because mine only chewed. They don't taste as good as the real ones, do they, the false ones? I mean, I'm a bit of a nail biter myself, to be fair. Not managed to do the toes yet, but things have never been that bad, to be honest. Terry Cook's here. Hope you're well. The little fella says, Billy, you've got me emotional. Well, 100,000 Geordies in London, says Julie. Physics YT's here too. Looking forward to the final. Come on, lads. You know, it's amazing. With 370 people in the chat, we're still an hour and 15 from kickoff. Phil Jones, unfortunately, isn't playing. He's currently being interviewed by Chappers, which is a shame. I wish Phil Jones was playing. But he isn't. I'm amazed he's actually managed to get to Wembley. There you go. What we've got, Annie's joining us, the Bristol City fan. Kobe says, Billy, you're the best. Can I have a shout out? Of course you can, Kobe. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Of course, now Annie's in the house. The Michael Jackson lyrics come out. Annie, are you okay? From Stu. Annie's wishing us good luck. Chipper says, not a Man United fan in sight. Love it. Yeah, there was a certain person tweeting his Man United harem again today. It's cup final day for heaven's sake, and he's still doing it. So I was unsubscribed. Can't be doing it with that anymore. It's pathetic. It's just fake. 2-9 is up the A1. Calvin says, can't thank you, George, enough the weekend. I never see a Toon shirt in London. Well, you've seen millions today. Well, today and yesterday, not millions, but thousands and thousands. Roy Keane's joined Phil Jones also with the plastic fans over on that far side, taking up their free scarves and flags. Shit club, really are. Paul says, we've been thinking the game may be a tight one, but no, I think it could be an open game, so going for a 3-2 win. Like my prediction, excuse me, on our prediction show the other night, 3-2, and I don't know why. The Toon shirts are everywhere, says Calvin. Mats is here. Welcome to the house, Mats. Morris Selby's also here. Come on, boys, let's do it for Sir Bobby. Great sentiments. Julie's about to cook dinner. Probably will burn something today. I had mine really early, to be honest. Tony Paul says, I've shat beforehand. Don't want no accidents. TMI, mate. TMI there. Ashley, I'm sat here in a Northern Rock Newcastle top and an old scarf given to me by Stephen Sader at Stadium Store. Whatever works, mate. My Newcastle top's from the Shearer, when the Shearer got his records breaking goal. So, in general, I didn't buy a home shirt when Ashley was in charge. I only bought 2 shirts full stop. Jock saying hello to Julie. Rob's joining us from New Zealand. How exciting. 4 a.m. here in New Zealand. Had to get up, Rob. Welcome to the show, Rob. Hope you have a great, early morning, let's say, over there in New Zealand. Dave's here. Good afternoon, Billy Mods and chat away the lads. Kobe says, yes, that was absolutely crazy. But we will win 2-1, he says. James Welsh is here. Afternoon, Mods. Let's win the cup. Toon Game says, Super Carrier's going to help it win. Yep, indeed. Chris Bell's here. Afternoon, all. Toon. Come on. Hello, Billy Mods and chatters. Welcome to the house. Facebook user, whoever you are. Don't know who you are, but Toon for the win, he's saying. Bath Northeast says, come on, boys. Geordie's, he's putting it out there, let's just say, literally. £6 super chat from Geordie Ricard. Tell me, ma. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate that. And also a £5 super chat from Jay Devlin, watching all the vlogs from Adam Pearce and Magpie Channel, Newcastle Fans TV, etc. Really makes us feel part of it. Who couldn't be there? Great jobs indeed. And also Rubenstein, Tyneside Life also. Some great vids out there today showing the scenes from yesterday. Superb. Hello, Guy. Hope you're well. You know, we're still an hour from kick-off and people are getting signed up to it now. Michael Taylor's here. Welcome, everyone. How are you today? Newcastle Twin 2-1. Did any of you get any sleep? Slept like a baby, mate. Until I was woken up at 9 o'clock this morning by, let's just say, stomach cramps. So I had to run as quickly as I could to a certain area where I was then for the next half an hour. I think that was the nerves kicking in. It was so nice, the club sending flowers, and thank you to Bruno's partner. Indeed, it was. Santosh says Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher boobs are already on Sky spouting nonsense. Well, I'm fairly sure Jamie Carragher wants Newcastle to win. Gina's got a bottle of dog in the fridge. Carl Hickson Ridley, that's a new name to the channel by the sound of it. First time to chat. Well, there you go. Just looking at the channel, put it in live chat, like the comments. Can't wait. Let's bring it home. Well, give us a subscribe, Carl. And leave a like after you've finished. Well, do it now if you want. Adam McEwen, afternoon, everyone. Can't wait for kickoff. Atmosphere in London looks class. I'm going to have to go to my Twitter a minute because I need to see if a certain person's followed us or not. Soon see. There he is. And now I can send a certain person a link. There you go. So all good. I'm going to maintain looking at Twitter for a bit because the team should be out in the next 5 or 6 minutes. So Alexandra wants to know the lineups. They haven't been out yet. Not been announced, but will be, as I say, in the next 5 or 6 minutes. And then we shall release them. Release the hounds. Chinglish, here we go, boys. Gareth's also here. Afternoon, Gareth. And he's saying welcome to everyone. Dave Bullman's also here. Afternoon, all nerves kicking in big time. Have to beat the Manx and sick of the media and pundits who think this match has already been played and won already. I agree with that. NJ's also here. Hello, everyone watching from the Philippines. Neil's also here from South Africa. Been waiting since 1984. When I started supporting Newcastle for winning the final. I hope all that ends today. That wait for all Newcastle supporters. 100%. Vashish Takir Thano 5. Hello, Billy. Hello, Vashish. Alice Rushton's also here. How did Paul get to Wembley? Hopefully not through Rome. No, he drove down to Northampton yesterday, stayed with Alex, stayed close to Alex, and Alex drove them in today. We need to have a bit of light on the subject, don't we? Because I'm getting a bit dark, aren't I? But yeah, Alex and he drove down today. He's at Wembley. I've seen him being interviewed by Tyneside Life. So they're both there. They both managed to make it. Vashish feels like the most nervous person in the world. I think you're amongst many on here, mate. Actually, so I remember last time we were in the final. Let's hope for a better result. Yes. 1999, of course. Jacko's in the house too. Jacko, sorry. Afternoon, but let's have a fantastic link. Away the lads. Away that's me and also. And Keith Sanders. Just seen Paul and Tom, so I'd like exactly. What else we got here? Lost in thoughts, calm in silence. Come on, he says. I was in Singapore as a student when I fell in love with Newcastle United. Saw them on TV, beat Man U 5-0. Been a support ever since. That was a great day. That was fantastic day. Surrounded by Manchester United fans that day I was. And they all slowly, one by one, kind of sneaked off. Sky are now labelling it as United versus United, which is positive, I guess. Excuse me. Very much excuse me. Hard Pips 999 since last in final. It won't be as long a wait this time. Onwards and upwards. The fans have taken over London. Best fans in England. Mini Mate Dude 6. I can't handle this, lads. Can't imagine how the players are feeling. Well, they'll be fine. They'll be ready for this. They'll be ready for it. Oh, like Coffee's joined us. Hello, I like coffee. Hello, Billy and all. He says, come on the Toon. John Southam. But I will soon be heading to Blake's of the Hollow and Enniskillen. It will be full of Man U fans, but I can cope with that, especially when we win. Away the lads. Have a great day, brother. Fellow Toon fans. You really are entering the lion's den there, mate, but give as much as you get, and let's hope at the end of the day you'll be giving it all. Good lad, John. Well done. My other half thinks differently. He thinks Man United are going to stuff us. Well, bit of laxatives in his dinner, Jules. That'll help him. Paul's already been doing interviews. He was talking to Eddie from Times Old Life. Yeah, I saw that, Carl. Michael Banshee says, I'm all tuned up. Come on. Ali says he's shitting his pants. He's not the only one. What did Jimmy say? He's answered Jimmy here. Oh, maybe not. I think a lot of neutrals on our side and would like to see a lot of redemption for Caristay indeed. Absolutely. Smilers here. Let's go Toon. Let away the lads, he says. Ricky D's also here. We need to be killers on that pitch today and show composure in the final third. Yes. Everyone's cheering for you, says Jimmy. Toon Rob says, come on, lads, bring that cup back to St James's Park. Yes. What a sight that would be. James Anderson is joining us also. Away the lads. Billy, let's get it on. Let's get in on. But he said, let's get it on. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough today. Dave Bulmer says, quick start and straight at them today as they played Thursday. Just nervous of the counter-attack today. Yep, that's how they play. That's better. Wet the whistle, I feel not throaty, which is great. Great news. Ken Willie Smith, it's been a long time. Let's bring the trophy home. It's going to be fantastic to do so. Jimmy's had 5 on the Toon to win on penalties. Oh, no. Please not penalties. I don't like even watching penalties, so commentate on them. You know. And I ain't got a great record on me either, to be honest, either. Over the years. Matt's is here, so I'm officially shitting my pants. Knocked down 6 beers. Good luck, guys. Come on, lads. What is my prediction? Well, I went for 3-2 on the prediction show. I think that'll be goals. I'm just hoping we score one more than them. And if we do get the winning goal, let it be as close to the end of the game as possible, like a second. Because you know what Manchester United like for late goals. I'm going to go head over to Twitter now and see if we've got any team news. We'll have a look, have a quick look, see if there's any team news in, because it ain't far away. And there's the Newcastle team. We'll just save that a second. Joe Willock has made it, but he's only on the bench, which is interesting team news. This Carriers, Trippier, Cher, Botman, Byrne, Guimaraes, Longstaff, Joe Linton, Almiron, St Maximan, and Callum Wilson, which is a very, very interesting selection. Gillespie, Lascelles, Richie, Target, Isaac, Manquillo, Murphy, Willock, and Anderson are on the bench. So that's the Toon lineup. Yet to see the Man United one, but we can get that on the screen now by doing this. And we go there. We're going to add that. We're going to add that. And we're going to put it there. There you go. That's the team. That's the Newcastle United team for today. As I say, St Maximan's kept his place from last Saturday's fantastic performance. Joe Willock is fit enough to make the bench. And Callum Wilson has been given the nod up front ahead of Alexander Isak. Willock does make the bench, as I say. Anderson's also on the bench with Murphy, Isak, Target, Manquillo, Richie, Lascelles, and Gillespie. What's your thoughts on that, guys? Very attacking lineup there. Man United won't be happy with that. Have a quick look now, see if we can see the Man United lineup. Because I haven't seen that as yet. We want to see if Rashford's in, but and Rashford is in. So I do have the Man United team. I'll have it. That will be it. It's in Spanish, but who cares? Where they're concerned, who cares? So come off that. We'll then add another overlay, and we get the Man United team up for you. He not really bothered, are we really? But you know, the Rashford thing was a load of nonsense after all. But they go with De Gea, Martinez, Goofy Fernandez, Rashford, Fred, Casemiro, Varane, Dallow's playing, Anthony's in, Shaw and Weghorst. So it's going to be Anthony on one side, and to me, maybe Fernandez on the other, with Weghorst behind Rashford through the middle. That's what it looks like to me. But they are titulars, aren't they? There must be a Spanish side, but get off there. Had enough of it already. And I can't remember where I got to. So we need to go all the way back. I remember seeing that one before. So that's the lineups. There we go. We're there. We'll go from here. Rashford's in. Yes, he's in. Playing through the middle by the look of it, there is potential for him to playing out wide if he plays Weghorst as a centre forward, but he hasn't done that so far. Juice here, Tony. And long live the tray, he says. Keith Sanders also here. Billy, I'm so hyped up. I think I'm going to freak out when we score. yeah. So that with the lineups of then Man United have conceded almost twice as us, 28, 12, 15. They have equally, like Rashford and Casemiro, but defensively they're not amazing. Quality, not equally. To stiff gators, we can beat these. We can indeed. Billy's been down the council again for haircut. Yes, I was attempted to make black and white stripes out of my hair, but it didn't work. Not at all. It was horrific. No, Colin Morton, hi everyone, hi Billy. The great day is here. My wife Denise said, "Don't worry, we will win 2-1." Let's hope Denise is right then, Colin. Julie says Spurs are now 2 up. Chelsea were very poor. What I saw of earlier. Not a good result for us, that though, is it? Well, Dave, Maxi is starting, which is good news. We're going for it. And final top four. Whatever happens, we have a team to be proud of. Eddie Saudi Mags, absolutely. Nice to see Chinglish positive. Love it. She says, "Oh, Jimmy Charlton's ghost will be doing somersaults if we win." The day I met Jimmy, Stevie Charlton, isn't it? Stevie. At Highfield Road. That's a great story as well. I managed to get him home. He missed the coach home. And I managed to get him home, and I had to speak to Alan Shearer to do so. Chelsea is shocking, says Ricky. Feels like Coronation Day, says Paul. God, you must be old to know what one of them feels like. Although we do have one coming up, don't we? So, lots to talk about Chelsea here. Stiff Gate says, "How can Chelsea be this bad with so much quality? Normally don't care about the teams, but it's a welcome distraction from the nerves this afternoon." Maybe it is, yeah. Perhaps I should get that one for a little bit as well. Yeah, the tension's starting to get into me now. I'm getting a bit I think it's the lineup's been out and all that stuff, but yeah. This feels like a national holiday, says Tony. It does, yeah. Charles has no beer, so he's going to have trouble with his tickets today, he says. Win or lose today, Newcastle are rid of Ashley in the future, is looking bright. Absolutely. Mark Goldbridge will also be doing somersaults when we win. Different kind of somersaults, eh, maybe. Oh, dear me. Right. You have to feel Potter can't hang up your It's going to be hard for him. Potter's getting sacked, another one, yeah. Lawrence says, "Billy, I feel emotional already. It's going to be a long day." It certainly has. Was my last super chat since I don't get read. I read yours out. I've read it out. Jay Devon, I read it out. Mark Dice has also sent a super chat, incidentally. 1999. Supporting lads from Florida. Home cinema. Fridge full of beer. Family in their Toon shirts. Keep up the great work, Billy and Moss. 100%. Yeah, Jay Devon, I read your super chat out. So, yeah, whatever. Some people are just happy to moan about things. I did read your super chat out. If you'd like to go back to when I read it out, then you'll see it, but it's definitely there. Unbelievable. Matt says 6 cans and it doesn't help. Potter will be sacked. Money can't win you everything, can it? As man, well, I don't know what that means because I can't read what emoji's saying. I'm kind of put off by that, kind of shocked by that message there because I have read his super chat out, which is, yeah, it's not good. Charles having one bad season and their fans having a meltdown, says Jimmy. They are. Nocky says we can win this. We want it more than manure. Players like Almon and Wilson need to show up today and give them hell. Absolutely. Let's pressurise them from the start. Let's go at them. No, obviously we haven't played for 8 days and they've played like Thursday. I think fitness might be an issue here for Manchester United. Jim Pops here. Hi, Billy and Mods. Hope you're well. Hi to all in chat also. Happy trophy winners today, Billy. Let's hope we get it done, says Mel. Absolutely. And Tsunami. Away the lads. 2-1 to the Toon. Paul Scholes will bite your toenails. I wouldn't have them near me toes, mate. Wouldn't have them near me toes. The temp, this we'd be able to stop kicking him. Kind of facilitates his career up as a tackler, doesn't it? Hulk Hogan's here. The Toon are all over London since Friday. They are. Jordan says, I'm here with you, Billy Bob. Got me brewing ready. Champagne in fridge and Sally Mar. Tea is waiting for me. Come bring it home. Love the black and white invasion and chanting. It's been fantastic, hasn't it? Tony's had Toon songs in his earphones at the gym. Potter doesn't have the clout to deal with that level of play. It seems from outside looking in, job, and the players are too big for him. Yeah. Did you see the fans singing to the players? That was really emotional. Yeah, just fantastic. Good luck, everyone. And no matter what happens, it's fun. It's just a start. Absolutely, Mr. H. Bang on. Billy on the vodka. No, unfortunately not. I'm on raspberry and blackberry flavoured sparkling spring water. Unlike me. The last couple of tours were 73-74. FA Cup, the Toon was regaled in black and white. A great time until the game, but we didn't have Eddie and the lads. 2-0. There, Bruno sent off. That would be fantastic. Oh, you know what, Roy Keane's on the screen at the minute, and while he's developed into a bit of a national treasure, where we're concerned, and where Man United are concerned, I really don't want to hear what he's saying. John Bruce says, I believe this is going to be the best commentary we'll ever do because you are going to be making history this afternoon. John, don't put any pressure on me. I hadn't even thought of it like that. But it is really, I guess, isn't it? It is, yeah. Well, I hadn't even thought of that. There you go. You're right. That video, Adam P. put out yesterday was epic. Had me in tears. Well, there's been quite a few others as well. Ruben Stein put a good one out too. Tyneside Live's done a few. Yeah, lots to look at on YouTube. I don't know how the Toon is so busy with most Jordan's way down. Is it busy in Newcastle today, Stu? I mean, I guess the pubs will be full everywhere you go, but let's hope there's a few at home watching this, eh? Excuse me. Too bad for Potter. Charge stoppers. Yeah, it is. Not so. Just walked past a Man U fan who claimed we will be 3-0 down by half time. The delusion is unreal. Hope you pull their pants down today. Indeed. Hope you're well on a day like this with a fam like this. Nothing can ever get you down. Absolutely. Rachel's on the gin. That was at 3:20, so I guess that's a reasonable time to start drinking, I guess. Robert says, good afternoon to everyone and Billy from the island of Malta. Hope 2-1 for the Toon, but will be difficult with the form Man United are in now. Nobody said it'd be easy. Yeah. Feds in the house too. Hope we smash these and the channel gets a massive boost today. Indeed. And we have a message from Paul, who's down there. Hello, the lads. Hello from Wembley. Probably be in the ground by now. Radar's here. Watching from the Netherlands via play. Only have Dutch commentary, so you're a lifesaver, everybody. Thank you. You're welcome, mate. As long as you're in sync with me, I haven't got a clock or anything, but I shall tell you. Obviously, I'll keep you informed of the time all the way through the game. Lots of people saying hello to Paul. Oh dear. Toon fans taking over London, hardly a Man United shirt in sight. Probably because the Man United fans don't need to travel, as they're already there. Indeed. We're coming to another super chat in a second. It's one brow says it's 23-21 in Malaysia at the minute. That's where he is in Malaysia. Chipper saying hello to Paul and Alex and Rachel. My mate from Japan, Optimal Forager. Cheers, Billy, for the good of football we have to win, but bricking it, as you know, what helps Manchester teams get from the officials. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Bet Mudrick is over the moon signing for Chelsea as Trolls. Another $4.99 from Jimmy. He just says, have a beer, Paul. I like coffee says, hi, Paul. Take some more from awesome photos, please. He will, no doubt. Laughing Viking is also here, sending love from the States away the lads. Stu says, I started buying Toon tops again after my cash was out the door. I think that's going to happen to me as well. Just going to play a quick message to Francisco. Just say I've sent him the link for half time. Yeah, I think it's going to start. It's going to be a yearly purchase now. Commies v rest of the world. That's a strange kind of thing, but yeah, I guess it does. Lowest character starting. Well, we knew that anyway. Luke Robson's here. Come on, Newcastle, we're going to win this trophy. Come on. Ian A's also here. Chris Irving's in his local in North Shields and he's shitting himself. You'll be sat on your own then, Chris, no doubt. Ashes, I'm doing coaching notes for a fantasy sports company. For this is one of the games. So hard to think about this game without emotion. Bias coming in. Come on, Newcastle. As man says, Man United win final. Well, that's your opinion, Usman, and welcome to the channel. Chingley says, didn't sleep last night. Now the butterflies are making me feel off my Sunday dinner. I can't take this stress. It's amazing how football gets you, isn't it? It really is. There you go. We've already had the team news. So I announced it earlier. Well, I'm way behind, so I'm going to have to skip a few comments here. But I've got to keep going through because of people sending slip chats in. So, I think I'll start the team that got us there. V for Vendetta. I don't expect to win. All I can ask is they leave everything out on the pitch. If they need carried off at the end, so be it. No matter what this is, only the beginning. Never forget that. Great. Well said, V for Vendetta. Great comment. I have an Arsenal fan in the house. CHB Muhuddin. Arsenal fan here. I'm supporting Newcastle beat United, please. We'll try. Kasire William. Watching from Uganda. I wish the Toons make it over Man United. Arsenal fan though. Well, Kasire, we've got your support on board. Some Man United fans still asking how Bruno's not suspended for the final. I know, and yet they Casemiro got suspended after him, and he's playing. They don't understand it. Basically, aren't they? Let's be honest. Angelica's here. Hi, Angelica. I was going to go to the pub, but I said, bollocks, I'll go home and do what I normally do, watch Billy. Well, that's an interesting thing, Angelica, but thanks for the support, and hopefully I can call us home to victory, eh? Stop Rashford, you in the game, says Muhidi. Yep, you're right. ADB's here. Rachel's butterflies are now eagles. That sounds a bit... Yeah, I don't think I'm very comfortable with that. Carry on. Tampa 2. Morning all. Coffee here, but it's going Irish just before the match begins. Looking forward to Billy's commentaries. I'm sure the commentators over here will be Man United biased. As here, mate, to be honest. As here. Need another little drink. Very throaty today, I've got to say. That's better. Hopefully that will go before the game starts. JV Raw Pythons, welcome to you, my friend. Nervous and excited. Toon. Francisco's got the link. Great. Spurs still winning 2-0. Tangle Wife says bloody useless. Chelsea. Chipper says today is our day. Let's just hope so. Billy Boy says, am I seeing things of Man United Manchester fans? Yep, the club paid for scarves and flags for their fans. I suppose I've got far to carry them at home, have they? Let's be honest. In a minute, I can't see who's there, but I think Ten Hag's talking to the Ten Hag's doing an interview with Chappers. Oh. To you, mate. Not watching you. Julie says, the picture coming out now. Players seem fine walking around the Wembley pitch. Absolutely. Stiff Gator says, Keith Downey says, please inform Sky Sports they've got 100,000 Newcastle supporters in London. Don't ever let anybody say Newcastle United is not the biggest sleeping giant in world football. Absolutely not. Excuse me. Mates, will you require anything such as towels for half time? Yes. Yes. We're not going there today. Ian Skinner's here. Ian, I hope you're well, mate. I'm trying to get through as many comments as I can because obviously there's lots and lots and lots of results aside. It's been so long since I've been nervous for a game. It is even relegation. Exactly. You're right, Matt. It's a different feeling for us, isn't it? Look, we used to get nervous before these relegation games. The one at Villa Park was, of course, went wrong. The one against West Ham, etc. God's here. Well, fantastic. Well, lad, let's bring this straight for him, says God. George T says, Man United have brought a load of scarves for their fans to combat our war flag display. Ha, ha, ha. Lee Leapers Burnips in the house. Hope you're well, mate. Virtually James, some sad news. He's wrecked in bed with COVID, but Toon in the phone is giving energy. Well, I hope you get better soon, James. And hopefully results today will help that process magnificently. Fed says Max needs to terrorise his wings today. Absolutely. Dude 61. Hi, Billy. 3-1 Newcastle. Come on, the lads. Welcome, mate. Who are you? Says, well excited, proud as punch. Away the lads. Amazing scenes in Trafalgar Square. The Toon army has landed. Son of TXC says, Billy, I know you're the host to sing this after years of posting it on channels. Nobody reads it out, let alone sings it. Sing this song like the Who, Pinball Wizard. Which song, mate? Although I'm a bit throaty to be singing today, so possibly not today, but yes. Mark Wagstaff's here. He says it's our time. So the lineups have been out, and I'll put them up again in a second. Terry says, watching from the Philippines, we'd like to send flowers to Man United in commemoration as we beat them today. Let's put the teams up once more for those that have just come into the stream. There's the Newcastle one. Obviously, Karius is the goalkeeper. Callum Wilson does make the centre forward role his today. And the other one is Joe Willock is fit, but can only make the bench as ASM keeps his place. So the lineup is Karius in goal behind Captain Trippier, Cher Botman and Byrne, Guillemaish, Joe Linton and Sean Longstaff, Miggy, Alonson, Maxman and Callum Wilson. The bench is Gillespie, Lascelles, Richie Target, Isaac, Mankio, Murphy, Willock and Anderson. And for those that are interested, and there probably is one or two in the house that are, this is the Man United side. David De Gea in goal, Martinez, Fernandez, Rashford. It's in no order. It's just a numerical order. Let's try and work it out then. They've got Dallo at right back, Shaw at left back, Martinez and Varane at centre half, Fred and Casemiro in front of them. Then I guess it'll be how are they going to work this? Fernandez one side, Anthony the other, and Weghorst behind Rashford, I think is how they're going to do it. Their bench is Heaton, Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Sabitzer, he should be banned, Sancho, Wan-Bissaka, McTominay, and Garnacho, who's a threat, got to say. Even though he looks like an alien. There you go. There's a tip. Oh, so this is what he wants me to sing in the... All right, let's try then. When he was a young boy, he always had a ball. He grew up so skillful, he fucking skinned them all. Now he's at the Toon, he plays in Geordie land. Ladies and gentlemen, it's San and San Maximan. There you go. My throat did hold out for once. What time does the game actually start here in America? It's 4:30 over here. So I guess it's depending on what what side of this country you're on, mate. I'm not actually sure about time zones or what have you, but 4:30 GMT. So work out from there, mate, and you'll know what time we kick off at. Stiff Gate is happy with that team. Harry Williams Productions. Good luck today for a Wolves fan. Thank you, Harry. Thank you very much for that kind gesture. Dan Willock not made. Well, he has made it. He's on the bench. He's fit, but obviously St Maximin keeps his place. Chase. I'm a poet and don't know it. Alan McTeer says 2 Geordies scoring today. Longstaff and Byrne. Willock and Isaac for Impact sub, says Stiff Gators. Paul's waiting for Amazon. Could be any time then, couldn't it? He says Dallo starts ASM. Get at him. CKM thought I'd pop in to say, come on. Absolutely. Let's have a bit of that. Does the game go to extra time or straight? No, extra time first, then penalties, Carl. Killing Patterson's here. Good to see Target back on the bench. That is good. Mary says a black and white cat came into my garden, or as I say, a garden kitty omen. Could well be. Yeah, let's hope so. Hyunjin Wu. Hope Peter Drury is commentating. Well, he will be in America. But just forget Peter Drury. You can listen to me commentate. I'll be no more biased than me, mate. Let me tell you that for nothing. Turn your sound down, Hyunjin. Best we could possibly put out. My nose can't take it. Please bring it home. Mark is covering. Isaac deserved a start, in my opinion, but I hope Wilson does us proud. Well, I think the Man United centre-halves would rather play Isaac than Wilson. Wilson will terrorise them. He'll be on the case from minute one until he goes off. And when it's out, then Isaac will come on and do his bit. So if his heart is pounding already, we're 36 minutes from kickoff, folks. Ian Skinner's expecting an ASM masterclass. Greetings from Colorado, from the Colorado Magpie. I've got some friends in Colorado. Inukshuk 67 says, I can't argue with that lineup. Nor can Toon Paul. He's happy with it, Toony Paul. Patient says, happy with the lineup, but still shitting my knickers. Jordy Rickard says, Max is going to rip him apart. Vortex has joined us also. Hi, Vortex. Afternoon, everyone. Let's have a battle and smash and bring that cup home. Whether lads hit that thumbs up for Billy Mods and TTR. Absolutely, Vortex. Brilliantly said, mate. Well, right, on subject, please do hit the like button for us. It really does help the channel out. You don't understand how much it does, but it does. If you're new to us and you make the cup final after all, give us a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and become part of the Toon Review community. And if you really love us that much, you can even become a member of the channel by clicking the join button, and it'll take you to a payment system. And also, Super Chats are also available by clicking the dollar sign. That's the word I was looking for. Which Tab Toon has already just done. And he says, Billy, feel free not to read the Super Chat. And I will not call you out on it. Yeah, I had a fellow earlier that called me out in a Super Chat that I had called out, which is very, very strange. And there's no Super Chat coming in a second, which we'll get to. Woodby Farm said, any new complaints from Ten? I'm not listening to him. I've got no interest in listening to him. Troll says, I haven't seen a magpie in a long time, but was one over my door when I went out today. I hope you spoke to it and bid it good morning or good afternoon or whatever, because that's good luck. £5 Super Chat from Paul Tully. Thank you, Paul. Good to see Tiger on the bench. Stronger bench now, which bodes well for the last stages. We'll need them, however, the lads. Much appreciated, Paul. And thanks to everyone that's contributed to Super Chats so far. Martin's at the back from Man United. We should be cooking these for height from how much set pieces we normally get per game at 100%. That was one of the reasons why I predicted the high-scoring game. Dry throat today. It might be because I've got the heating on. Maybe that's it. Maybe if I turn the heating on off, we'll be okay. Interesting news I've just received, but I can't tell you yet, but it could be one for later in the week. Yes, set pieces, massive first day. Ten Hag's crappy mind games didn't work. Rashford in. Well, he is. And the next interview is with Sean Longstaff walking along, well, it looks like South Shields Beach or somewhere like that. Facebook user, whoever you are, I was 9 when we last won the trophy. Got the feeling, come on the Toon. Killing says Rashford, Anthony on the wings. Bruno will be in the middle behind Veg. I'm not sure about that. Rashford's played the last 3 games as a striker, so I'll be very surprised. He'll play Rashford, Anthony on the right, I guess. I guess he could play Rashford through the middle, on the left. Worst mind game ever from the 10-pin bowling. Bidimon says Rashford will play left side. We'll see, but the last 3 games he's played for the middle, so we shall see. Damien says first time he's been nervous in a long time. Chris says taxi for Potter. Guy says is Anthony Gordon on the bench or cup tied? No, he's cup tied, mate, unfortunately. I think he would have caused havoc today. It'd be nice to have another impact sub to come on, wouldn't it? CR7 Goat says hi. Welcome to the channel, CR7 Goat. I assume you were a Manchester United fan until earlier in the year, but whether you are now or not, it's a different kettle of fish. Burn needs to bully Martinez in the box on corners. I agree with that. And not just Burn, but Moran Chair too, and Joe Linton also. Radar loves the lineup. Will be good from the bench also. However the game goes, glad to see Dallo playing for them. Away the lads. Yep. Corden Cup ties, as Julie says. Yep. ASM will get them a new one, leaving massive holes for Bruno. Exactly. Getting rolled up, he'll lash out. Easy red, but. We had an easy red with this referee last year at Chelsea. Didn't give us a Stonewall penalty. So hopefully, with the world's eyes on him, he behaved himself, the referee, today, because he's been a bit of a twat to us in the past. Let's be honest. When did Chelsea become Leeds? Reece says Veghorst up front. Angelica says, Billy, did you see that Man United had to borrow their fan scarves? Yeah, they did. Yeah, pathetic. They did, Angelica. Facebook user says, we're going for the jugular with that starting 11. I'm going for 2 on Dan Burns score. Thanks, Billy. The best Toon review. The best Toon programme by far, Stephen Walton. Thanks, Stephen. Much appreciate that. Excuse me. Good afternoon, Billy Bob. Come on, Eddie House, but Black and White Army, bring the cup out. That's Pedro. Welcome this afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Pedro. I'm going to turn the heating off because I think it's something to do with that is what's causing my thingamabob. There you go. Turned it off. Yeah, it could be heat, could be a bit of dry air. You know what I mean? Sometimes it gets to your throat, doesn't it? AG's nervous now. Come on, lads, please win this cup. Well, we're half an hour from kickoff. This is generally the time I'd be going on air on a normal show, but we've been going for an hour already. And lots of you hardy souls have been with me the whole way so far, which is fantastic. Stuart Monroe says Toon to win. Could be any score as long as they win. Carriers should be okay. That's the best defence in front of him. If Willett can't play target in front of Burn. That's interesting, Stuart. But Maximan's playing, so we are going for it. Peace Jones joined us. Just 100% effort. That's all I ask. 100%. Just a YouTube fan says, good luck to you guys. Thank you, just a YouTube fan. Nice sentiments here from Danny Whitley. Let's do it for Sir Bobby. 100%. And all the other fans that we've lost over the past few years. And players, of course. One a matter of weeks ago, of course. Let's do it for all of them. All of them. They'll all be looking down. And they'll all be trying to suck that ball into Man United net. I'm sure they will. Anthony says, I didn't sleep last night and I've not ate today. I'm excited and nervous. Well, get yourself something to eat. Set yourself down, mate. Get yourself at the TV. Turn your sound off. Listen to me. Everyone's a winner. All the fun of the fair. 58 years in the Premier League. All good. Thought Kaz wasn't playing. No, he did it. He's same as Bruno. He did his 3 games. And he's back for the final. Shane says, no score predictions. Let's go out there and rattle this lot. I think it's going to be a great fun. So, Shane, hope you're well, Shane, down there in Canberra, mate. AG says, where's Gordon? It's cup time, mate. Delta 4 says, I think it's important Burn has a good day. We had a good one last week, so let's hope he's got himself that bit of form back that he didn't have the previous 3 or 4 weeks. Excuse me. Tony Paul hasn't been nervous a week, but now he has. Coney's shown an open top. Well, the 1950s Cup finals in Newcastle United winning FA Cups, which is great. This is the only footage we've got. Now we've gone to 1969, and then it's going to be 54 years of nothing. Unfortunately, today ends. Martin Watson's joined us also. Afternoon, Billy. Game on. Away the lads. Keefe says, I'm a Spurs fan. Hope your boys won today. Thanks, Keefe. Very much appreciated. Jimmy says, you've got a strong team out, saying about Pope. Yeah. But there's been many occasions where Nick Pope not had a job to do all game. And let's hope today's another one of those for Carriers. Jaden says, I'm a Newcastle supporter, but I think we'll lose 2-1. They had a rise on the league and we've had a drop. Rashford 2 ASM 1. Well, that's your opinion, Jaden. Bet you're not really a Newcastle supporter, though. Rach says, Jay Devlin, Billy did read out your super chat. If they are missed, I'll bring them to Billy's attention. Exactly. Not just my eyes on. Rach and the mods are also keeping a check on things like that. And if I do miss, I get a message and I go back to them. But I didn't miss your Jay Devlin for definite. My mate Eddie in Japan, no better place in Wembley to follow this than with the Toon Review family. Thanks as always, Billy, and all of the channel. Just give it a go, lads, and we can do it. Thanks, Eddie. Much appreciated, and your support over the season's been fantastic, and love having you here with us. And all of you, in fact. Luke Leo Gabriel, love from South Africa. Let's smash Man United. Yes, Luke. That's the kind of sentiments I like. Colorado Magpie says, Ten Hag's teeth look like a bunch of broken biscuits. Toon 2-1. Yep, I'll have a bit of that. AG says, hate Man United so much. Don't want to lose to these. Well, yeah, that's the added thing, isn't it? I can't stand them either. As I look up and see Paul's goals blast one into the net in the Cup final in 99. Yeah. Faith and fear both need you to believe in something that's not even happened yet. You might as well believe. Trust in the lads. We can win, says Stiffgate. Absolutely. Jimmy says Reims winning 3-0. What a story. I'm not sure about that one in the French League. Are they beating? PSG? It'd be funny if it was. Jenny Guy says, thank you, Billy, for doing the podcast, mate. Much appreciated. No problem, Jenny. If you want unadulterated, biased commentary, this is the place to be. Excuse me. Once again. Will says, come on, Newcastle, away the lads. CKM says these nerves are real. Sophie's been watching Gary Neville trying to get Eddie Howe to give his tactics away. Well, typical Man United, they'd do anything, wouldn't they? They'll do anything to cheat Man United. And CKM noticed it too. Paul says, Billy needs to think it's all over type of line. I get thinking, yeah, I've been thinking for a while. Nothing's coming as yet. It'll come out at the time. If it happens, of course. Of course, it may not happen yet. You know, we'll jump in the gun. But if it does, something will come out. This is a cup game. League form out the window, says MG. Anything can happen. Having said that, come on, Manchester United. Well, yeah. Welcome to the channel, mate. Probably not the place to be. Sophie said it was so obvious, wasn't it? AG says if we're 3 down, turning off. Showing Sean Longstaff goal at Blackpool as well, cracker as well. Would be Farm says, brilliant effort, fair play, no VAR, feck ups, and let the chips fall where they may. Love that. Oh, God, I've got a real bad tickly cough today, as you may have noticed. Newcastle ain't winning no cup. You did well to reach final. Rashford will break your hearts. Well, it's winning, not whining. And as a Manchester United fan, you should be used to that word by now, whining, because that's all you've done for the past 6 years. Welcome to the channel, anyway. Neville's full of shit, anyway. Saw it on YouTube, Tony. Chip is replying to the Manchester United fan. And Sophie has also said it also. Our first troll. Well, you can dream and chat about how good. I mean, it would help if you could actually kind of converse in a language that we all understand, mate. You know, you can dream and chat about how good or this Man United winning this on my car. I bet it now if whoever wants it. You know, give us a clue, mate. Give us a clue. Try and get the words in the right order, maybe. That might help. Man United. Jack CO, Jack, evening, all absolutely bricking it, but excited. Away the lads. Ten Hag won't flop this. Dream on sunshine, TK. Yeah. He's getting a lot of stick. Let's just say. Afternoon. Yeah, he said evening, Jack. Yeah. I can't believe I just put that comment up, but there you go. I'm going to go and enjoy. Give Billy full support. Why, lads? I never want us to win as much as this in 35. Well, it's a big day. Drake says, we'll see, TK. I love these crystal balls you lot have. Just balls, but what I talk mainly. Lol, y'all talking about Newcastle as if you are Real Madrid. Sit down, man. No cup is going to Geordie's. We coming to get your women also. Yeah, I'm sure that the Geordie lasses all falling over their feet for you, mate. You know, fill your boots, lad. Dickhead. I'm nervous about this game. Looking forward to PSG and Marseille tonight more with the wife, who's a massive PSG fan. Oh, yes, they're playing tonight, aren't they? That's right. Probably the only balls they've got, says Sophia. Carlos has joined us. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Oh, we have a Millwall fan in the chat. Welcome, Mark. Mark Blackburn. Good luck to the Toon Quality Club from Millwall FC. Thanks, mate. Welcome, buddy. And we have a West Ham fan also. I'm a West Ham fan to win this. Fuck United. Fuck Man United. You talking as if Pele or Messi in the team. We will humble you lot. Love your women now, sexy, but this one is coming Manchester. Well, you won't be seeing it then, will ya? Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do there before I go any further. What I'm going to do with him. And he might have already been done. We'll soon see. I think it's already been done. Well done, mods. And in return, AG says, well done, Ethan. I want West Ham in week to smash Man United. Yes, give them a good hiding. The Hammers. Father Jack says, I've never been this scared since the Viking invaded. Cheers. Malcolm says, have a great commentary, Billy. This is the moment, kidder. Martin Watts is nervous. Christian who says, Christian who trust. I can't say his second name, mate. Sorry about that. I'm from India. Well, good for you, my friend. Welcome to the chat. What did Sophie say that's tickled Mary? Oh, okay. I've just seen it. TK, this ain't the 90s anymore. Let's not discuss him. I'm not reading his comment out because he's now blocked. Dickhead. Rachel's already got rid of him. Seth Gibson's here. I've never been in this nervous for a match before. I know. It's getting to me now, I've got to say. It's got to say. Holy shit. Hello, Fahad. Hope you're well, mate. Pesh is nervous too. Oh, dear me. It's starting to get to me a little bit with 20 minutes from kick-off. Jay Devlin says, not fancy the short walk to Wembley. Clearly not, mate. Clearly not. Incidentally, I did read out Super Chat. Sometimes it takes a while to get through. And with the amount of comments we had today, that's why it took longer. But it was certainly read out 100%. Chipper says, TK, why are you trying to outlaw John Sinclair for? Well done, Rach. I think you've got rid of him. Stephen Stokoe, it's written in the stars. Terminally ill. Come on, boys. Do it this year. For you, Stephen, mate. For you, mate. Seriously. My bum cheeks are clenched already. Says proud to be a Geordie. Oh, Mary. Another super chat coming any second. Come on to Toon. I'm in Redhill Hospital. We'll get well soon, David. Let's hope the boys can give you a fillip today and spur you on a bit. CY says no league final TV coverage in Malaysia, but thankfully I have Billy's commentary. Away, lads. Fahad says my membership turned 1 year today. What a coincidence. Isn't it just? That could be an omen. Fahad, let's hope so. £2 super chat from Richard Rafferty. Thanks very much, buddy. Much appreciated. And he just simply says, away, lads. That's confirmation of TK is gone. Well done, Rachel. Brilliant work there by you, of course. Is Rashford injured or not? I don't think he's 100% fit, but he's playing, if that answers your question. Oh, dear. That booing completely drowned out the Man United fans when the Man United keepers came out. Malcolm sending his look from New Zealand. I've got hiccups, coughs. Excuse me. Jay Devlin says, won't be the last, not the all supporters of their teams. AG says, I bet the whole country except Man United want Newcastle. I turned off as well. Can't stand 10 twat either. Exactly. Braggle Hen says, can't watch this game. I think I'll just listen to you, Billy, and the Norwegian commentaries love the top six. I'm the place to be then, because I'll be unashamedly biased. And downright nasty to Manchester United, let's be honest. It doesn't bother Paul, but there's my fucking head in referring to Man U as United when they play as Newcastle United or any other United who exists longer as United than Man U. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Father Jack says, 2 winners, there'll be at least 11 statues erected. 12. No, I'm not going there. Jay David would never dream of going in a Man United live chat. What a waste of my time, exactly. Had to turn Sky Sports off when I seen Rashford talking to Obama. Ten Hag talking crap again. Okie dokie. Hello, Ryan Bunn down at the Hen Lane. My locals watching the stream wherever he is at the moment. Possibly in front of a whole club full of fans there as well. Except for the Man United ones. Will I still have a voice by the end? Well, I'm struggling to have one now, to be fair, but I'm sure something will arise from somewhere. And you can take that however you want it. Freudian slip there. Dear me. Adam S has got carries to score the winning penalty at 100-1. Interesting. That's a very interesting shout, isn't it? Nice little bet. Worth a quid of anyone's money. C Stocks has absolutely livid the matches and televised in Canada. Away the lads. Jock says, good luck with that one to Adam. We have our first Sunderland supporter in. Hello, Gav. SAFC 73. 3-0 Man United. Is that all? Just a 3? Any advance on 3, mate? If you go as far as 4, the amount of fingers you've got. There you go. It's annoying we can't play Gordon, says AG. They're having a bit of a tribute to John Motson at the moment, which is well deserved. And they've left the comment, which is quite emotional. They've left the commentary seat. Oh, they've left his seat free with his sheepskin coat on the back, which is, yeah. Quite emotional, that. Two Scoop says, "Hi, you beautiful lot, come on a Toon. Come on." There's that super chat of Tampa Toons that I did read out. Dr. Dolan's prescribing. Well, I'm not sure I can even read that. You need some Volcadine Linctus if you have any in the house. I guarantee I've not got any of that stuff in the house. I guarantee it. But cheers for that, Peter. My cartoon drawings, Toon Black and White Army. Come on, lads. Lee Goodgen. Now, Maxie would start been arguing all week. I have. Sounds like Yoda there, mate. I'd be happy, says Eddie at the wheel. V says, watching the old firm, Sky Sports is like a man you're loving. Indeed, it is. Be happy, says, oh, Eddie. How talking of which? Eddie Howe's talking at the moment, being interviewed in the tunnel. And he has got his polo shirt on, so not suited and booted. Ted Hart's got his paedophile's jacket on. That's what it looks like anyway. Anyway. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anything negative. All positive support. It's not negative again. That's not you, AG. It's just I don't want to kind of welcome in Manchester United. Good things for them. I don't want to do it, so I'm not reading anything out like that. But you're probably right. Barry Grogan says, Bobby's watching from upstairs. Let's get up them steps and lift the trophy high so he can see it. What a lovely thing to say, Barry. Yeah, that's a nice, real nice sentiment. Love that. Love that. Adam S says, we've got Bruno in the middle. And would be far for American viewers. Match is 11:30 Eastern time and 8:30 Pacific time. So there you go. Andrea 1, hope you're well. Lads for H, 1-0 Newcastle. Bruno to score in the last 20 minutes with a volley from outside the box. Be brilliant. Nicholas Acero, sorry, mate, but Man United will win today. That's your opinion, mate. That's your opinion, and you're welcome to it. Just not one that's welcome on this channel today. Everything's going to be positive towards Newcastle. Positive vibe from the whole chat. And if you can't give positive vibes, then suppress your negative ones. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for. That whole song's been sung, actually. They're all singing it. We got Bruno in the middle. He knows exactly what we need. Botman at the back. He's like at the attack. Oh, in attack. Newcastle's going to win the Premier League. Johnny Vicker says, my nerves are shot to bits, Billy lad. It's been a long time coming. Adam's on the amaretto and Coke. James Welsh is on the Brune. Be happy, says, I can't drink alcohol. I need something strong. Yano's here. Hope you're well. Yano. Positivity cult. Dan Corcoran says, my arsehole's twitching like a rabbit's nose. Malcolm says, 2 magpies flew in front of me on my bike ride, so going for 2-0. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Be happy, says, I've already got through lemonade, Pepsi, and Lucasade. Will this show the real match? No, it won't. It'll have me commentating while I watch the match on my television screen on whatever channel it's on. And there you go. Please don't ask for links. And Charles did salute that magpie earlier. I rest now. I can rest in peace. It's not the kind of thing I want to say about myself, but there you go. And Leona de Villiers says, Newcastle United fan here. Husband is a Man United fan. Big game. Hope Toon Army wins. And you can give your husband a stick for the next however long you like. It'd be fantastic. Greetings indeed. 5 to midnight. It's close to midnight and something evil's lurking in the dark. Here's hoping for the Toon. Core, my black and white blessings on my favourite humans. Core says magpie. Welcome. Oh, wow. Well, they've got one as well, which is shit, but ours is fantastic. And we're definitely showing them up. The black and white stripes are on show. War Flag's done a fantastic job. Theirs is a bit shitty, actually, in comparison, I've got to say. Yeah, but the camera's kind of zooming in on their end, which is, yeah, okay. We all know there's a bunch of Man United glory hunting tossers there. Get up to the end. Why are they going in with their free scarves? With their free scarves as well. Get up to the end where the real fans are, not these glory hunting pricks. Come on. Sort it out, Sky. And they're not going to, are they? Oh, dear. You're the best, Billy. Greetings from Perth, Australia. Hey, that's Andre. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated, that sentiment. There we are. We're in the Newcastle end now. They found the place where no one's waving the scarves, of course, but there you go. Now they've gone back in the Man United end where they're all doing it. Oh, absolute bollocks. Some goofy Man United fan in a yellow shirt there. That's better. That's what we want to see. War Flag just decked out the Newcastle end properly. And it's showing their end up, as we will do for the whole game. Let's just hope the team does the same, eh? Now the surf flag's going up. They wish they had fans like ours, Man United. That's what happens when you have glory hunters as fans. There you go. Heating on and a hot drink before kick-off, Billy lad. No, it would be good you're taking 5 minutes before. No problem. Any magpies I've seen over the last couple of days have been saluted, blown kisses, and called beautiful bastards. There you go, Roach. Eddie Howe Time Magazine Man of the Year says Would Be Farmer. Baz Down Under says it's just woke up. It's just gone 3 a.m. Love it. V says I shiver uncontrollably when I'm nervous. Anyone else? I've developed a cold over the last 2 hours. A bit sniffly, a bit dry throaty. Anyway, the team's about to make their way onto the pitch. For this moment we've been waiting for such a long time. Let's be honest about things. And I feel proud and privileged to be able to commentate on Newcastle United at a Wembley final. I've got to say, I'm a very lucky man, and to have you lot with me makes me the luckiest man in the world at the minute. So let's just hope we can bring this trophy home. Let's do it. Hi, Mark and Danny. Hope you're well. 2-1 today, he says to the Toon, Miggy and ASM. Absolutely nervous. Anyone prefer to be at home watching it or be there live? It's one of them places you want to be in both at once. Anyway, the teams are out on the pitch. They are. They're already out there. Marcus Rashford doing his religious stuff and all that. Carry on. Coming to the end of the chat, the comments now. Just making sure I've not missed any super chats because I don't want to miss anything. William Smith's here. Paolo's here. Going to be the national anthem in a minute. Amazing. It's an amazing spectacle. Eddie Howe looks a real proud man. Yeah, V says it's time to pop a couple of Imodiums. Things aren't that bad. Bill Burnett in the house. Hi, Bill. Just win. That's all I ask. Brian says ASM deserves start last week. God, for a minute, then I thought that was Steve Bruce shaking hands with the team. It's not. It's a dignitary. But I know his face. I can't think where it's from. He's just meeting the officials now. This is the presentation party, whoever they may be. Maybe from Carabao. Going along, meeting the players before the game. They'll probably get a national anthem in a minute as well. Alan Niddle's here. Xiaomi Redme's here. Ronald says, my sister's in hospital. I'm dog and cat sitting in. Going to watch it over the border in Durham side. Went out with the last from Dipton, 16-year-old Sunderland fan, last of the week. Well, there you go. Anyhow, that's the Man United. The Karius and David De Gea. Karius got a resplendent man bun, which I don't really like man buns usually. Usually, I don't think any arseholes wear them, but I'm going to allow Lois Carriers to wear a man bun today. He looks calm as you like, having a joke with Kieran Trippier. This, of course, isn't the biggest match he's ever played in, but the one he did playing, he weren't great in. But of course, he was concussed. Sophie says, "Can't believe Fernandez never got there on Thursday. Unbelievable." National anthem time, I think, and so I can do a few more comments while that's going on. Ken says, "My sister and me got a photo of Dad between us. God, he would have loved this day. Please do it for Dad, lads." There you go. That's the kind of sentiment I appreciate, and I agree with you also. Ken says, "Away the chat. I hope we've got all our measured suits on." Indeed. Do you think should we win that I should warn my neighbours I'll celebrate? I'm sure they'll approve. I'm sure they'll understand, mate. I'm sure they'll understand, especially if you're up that neck of the woods. Magic says, "Come on, Newcastle." Thank you very much. We've got another £2 super chat here from Jay Devlin. Fair, I deserve the call out. Just very anxious. No problem, mate. They're not showing up at the top of the screen, which they usually do. When I get to them, I get to them. No problem at all, mate. Thanks for that £2. Really appreciate your two contributions today, mate. Really appreciate it. Very generous of you. Let's hope we can pay you back in some kind of silverware. Let's just hope we can do that, hey? Benson, not Jordan, as much as I want us to win this for me, I want us to win it for you, Jordan, as you deserve it. Well, again, I agree with that. James Naden says, "Good afternoon, Billy. Just want the boys to do us proud and bring the cup home. But whatever happens, this is a start, and hopefully there'll be more days like this to come." Away the lads. We're 2 minutes from kickoff. Dave says, "You're calming my nerves." Thanks, Billy. Well, if I'm calming yours, that's great. I only hope it works on me because I've not had any at all. But the anticipation is starting to get to me now, and I just want to get in there. And Eddie Howe's gone over to ASM to talk to him. And we're going to have a joint photo, which kind of makes me feel sick, actually. Bruno Fernandes has got his Man United pennant. I don't think they're giving him a pennant. And he's standing next to Kieran Trippier. Get your hands off him, you goofy prick. Yeah, it's for Ukraine, of course. Football stands together. Could come down to the bottom. If I've missed any super chats, I do apologise. Nothing's come up on my screen. Just going to quickly flick back and see. Can't see nothing there. I'm going to hide the current comment. I'm going to put the banner up. And the teams are now being announced to the fans in the stadium. We're a mere minute away from kickoff, fellas and lassies. This is a massive, massive game. We can only pray, look to the heavens and bring us some luck for once. Been a long time since we won at Wembley. 68 years. Unless we've won there in some proxy Intertoto or some kind of pre-season tournament. I don't recall this, but there you go. In a major final, it's been 68 years, hasn't it, since we last won at Wembley. We're due a win there. Let it be today. Please let it be today. The anticipation now has finally kicked in. Bath says the best fans in the world, easy. Barry says we've got Bruno Middle. He got to give us a lift up. Yeah, Bob at the back, Wilson at the top. We're going to win the lift the Silver Cup. Bit of a change to lyrics, but there you go. Niall Kane says good luck. Thank you, Niall, and good luck to you also. I know you're Manchester United supporter. I don't mean my sentiment, no. Jay Davis says, "What's their striker like? I've not seen much of him." Veghorst, very much like Chris Wood. Very good for Holland. Kent 1889 still had a soft spot for Newcastle, so wishing the best of luck. Lots of neutral fans, of course, on our side. Dave Munden says, "Legend Billy, cheers, mate." Excuse me. We're about to kick off, I think, folks. We're about to kick off. Synchronise your watches if you're behind me. Carrier looks like he's wearing a pair of ladies' driving gloves. like old ladies wear to the supermarket. It's like a brown. They're off anyway. We're off and off we go. Ball is with Martinez, a long ball over the top, looking for Rashford. Up in the air goes Fabian Schär. Heads it back to Fred, who's nodded it back in. Carey should come out to that and nodded back to him from Botman, and Carey falls upon it. I don't think he was expecting it as quickly as that. I don't have a time clock, Martin. No. Paul's on a different platform for his games, and he has a clock on that. Long ball from Botman to Trippier. He nods it forward to Almiron. Almiron's fouled there. Clipped in the back by Fred, I believe. Free kick to Newcastle. 34 seconds in. And Fred, little elbow in the back there. Very high line for Man United. So if they're expecting a long ball to come in, we've not even seen the picture of the ball. In it goes. Going to go all the way through. I'm out for the goal kick. Manchester United defended that free kick 10 yards out of the penalty box. And squeezed the play there. Might have been better to go short and play through them that time around the back. Anyway, it's a goal kick to Man United, which David De Gea will take. 1 minute and 13 on the clock. Nothing's really happened as such yet. But De Gea is going long with his kick. Down the middle he goes, going to fall onto the head of Sean Longstaff. He nods it down to Almiron. Not quite on target for him. Little ball inside. Now Rashford is around the back of Trippier already. He throws a square ball inside. Botman takes no chance and puts it out for a corner. That's first time already. But Trippier's around the back of. Rashford's around the back of Trippier. But the ball in. I mean, he could have gone into goal there. Didn't do so. Tried to square it across. Botman was alert and cleared it for a corner. First set piece of the game, first corner of the game, 2 minutes gone. Man United looked dangerous on that attack, I've got to say. Varane's been marked on the line there by Fabian Schär. Is it Fabian Schär? Yes, it is. Well, I didn't think Varane was that tall, but he's tall. They've got another tall. They've got Weghorst in on the goalkeeper. They're trying to pressurise the goalkeeper, basically. Headed away from Joe Linton. Max is up in the air, doesn't win it, but it just comes to Newcastle. I want a break here. It's with Miggy on that far side. What's his pace like? We're on the counter, needs to play it inside here. Miggy's got to come inside. Terrible pass from Miggy. Could have put Wilson in, didn't do so. What waste there of a great opportunity. Now Man United come to the other end. It's with Anthony on that far side up against Dan Burn. He's one-on-one with him. Trying to push it past him. Dan Burn's got him back. So back he goes then to Dalot. Little floaty ball in the back there for Weghorst. Weghorst in the far corner with Botman watching him. Back to Anthony. Got 3 men around him. Little chip inside. Going to go out for a goal kick, I believe. Indeed, it does. And well defended from Dan Burn there, but quite a lively start there. Miggy had the chance to put us in there, and he didn't quite do it. He was on the right side of the pitch, really, the left-hand side. Could have squared it inside for St. Maximin, didn't do so. Went for a more difficult ball to Wilson. And, it was misplaced. This time, Carrius is going to kick the ball long. Down the middle he goes. Gets plenty of air on it. Just about makes the Man United half. Goes over the head of Wilson. Currently the ball's with Luke Shaw down the line. Cut out from Trippier. Now Joe Linton. Longstaff back to Trippier down this right flank. Inside he goes, but misplaced. Intercepted by Bruno Guimaraes. Brilliant play there. Now Joe Linton. Into Bruno. Bruno has it now. 35 yards to go. Great ball for Wilson. Wilson's one-on-one with the defender. Could play out wide. Doesn't do so. Dan Burn gets a foot on an ante before he gets one in it. We're thrown to Manchester United. Positive start from Bruno Guimaraes, which is great to see. 4 minutes 14 on the clock. And already Newcastle looking dangerous, but has to be said, so do Manchester United when they attack. Throw taken by Dalot, looking for Weghorst down the line. He out jumps Dan Burn. It's not Dan Burn, actually, it's Longstaff. Dan Burn lays it back to Carrius. Carrius plays it back to Dan Burn. Back to Carrius again. Actually, it's Botman on that far side. Burn's further up the touchline. And it's going to come to him now. And he flicks it on over the head of Bruno Guimaraes. He gets it now. Now Joe Linton. Joe Linton turns. Great bit of play from Joe Linton. Can he play Maxi over the top? He has. He's gone for the ball. Varane's gone to cover it. Maxi gets there first. Cuts inside him. Little square ball in for Miggy Almiron. Back to Miggy. Back to Maxi, sorry. Maxi's come inside. Bruno! Ooh! Just cut out there by the defender, and he's injured. The defender, whoever it was, took a clatter in there. Ball's kicked out of play. It's Fred, actually. Fred rolling around, trying to make out that he's been kicked by Bruno, but Bruno did get the shot on. Great move this from Newcastle. Great ball from Joe Linton. Great play to get there in the first place. Maxi got there before Varane. Cut inside Varane. Played it in there for Miggy, who popped on that far side. Back to Maxi. Ball from Maxi, then back here to Bruno. Shoots. In actual fact, it looks like Fred's caught Bruno. Am I right here? They've got the ball. Fred hasn't even been touched there. And Fred's trying to get Bruno sent off there. He's not even been touched. Pathetic. But there you go. Good attack that from Newcastle. Brilliant from Joe Linton to get us on the front foot. No goals. We've had 6 minutes of play. Ball from Joe Linton out to Maxi. He's got plenty of space there. One-on-one here with Dallow. Anthony's come back to help him, but he's pushed it back past Dallow. Trying to get the box. Dallow gets back. Good tackle. Goes to throw into Newcastle, level with the Man United penalty area. But Maxi is looking threatening on that far side, which is great to see. That time, Dallow was equal to it, though. Excuse me. Wan-Bissaka sitting on the bench, looking pensive there. Who cares? Looks like we're going to go for a long throw. Looks like Dan Burn's going to hurl one into the middle. Long one it comes. Looking for a flick on it near post. Did he get one? He gets one! Oh, another one following in on the header, though. Headed out as far as Kieran Trippier. He floats one back in. Flick on there. Could come to Wilson. Cleared, though, by Martinez. Now it's Rashford, who's very deep. Rashford plays it back to Fred. Fred is going to try and go to the top here to Rashford. Great tackle, though, from Miggy. Back he goes to Luke Shaw. Across into the middle of the park to Varane. Varane can come forward. Wilson's putting a bit of pressure on. So Varane goes back to Dallow in the right back area. And all the way back to David De Gea. And there's no pressure on David De Gea. Shaw then picks it up. Shaw is now picking it up and he's running towards the halfway line on this left flank for Manchester United. I can't see because there's sun in the way, but I think it's Rashford. Tried a long ball. Poor from Cher. Straight to Fred. Burns got a lot of time. He nods it to Bruno Gomes. Bruno got two men coming from behind him. No shout, and it's going to be a free kick, that, and he's giving it. David Kidd gives it, and he's took it quickly, and it's not in the right place. It will come back. And Bruno Fernandes already trying to referee the game in the referee's ear, saying that wasn't a free kick. Piss off, you goofy Portuguese tosser. And now the free kick's taken. It's with Fabian Schär, whose first touch wasn't great, but he's played it out to Trippier. Trippier steps inside Rashford, plays it for Sean Longstaff. Now Trippier again, back to Fabian Schär. Not much pressure coming from Manchester United. Gregor's put a little bit, a token bit on. Dan Burn has it. Back to Botman, and he's being pressed now by Weghorst. Botman chips one down the line. Terrible pass from Botman. Bruno Fernandes out to Anthony. Anthony tried to get inside Burn, but didn't do so. Great defending. Dived at the end of it to try and get a free kick. Wasn't working. So Joe Linton goes past one. Step inside for Bruno Gomes. Great ball there. Great football. And Matty's taken out. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card every day of the week. And I think David Coote's going to give him one too. Great play from Newcastle to get themselves out of their own corner there. Dallow gets a yellow card. And after 8 minutes, that's dangerous for Manchester United because Maxi will have him on toast now. Very early doors for Dallow to get a yellow card. It's a blatant one. He's definitely taken him out of play. But yeah, the right back of Man United on a yellow card early doors. That's a great sign for Newcastle United. And Maxi looks very, very lively, it has to be said. And Bruno too, and Joe Linton. So it's a great start from those three anyway. It's taken a minute already for this free kick and it still hasn't been taken, which Trippier will take just in our half. And just in the centre circle. Little floaty one. They've come high at the pitch. They want to flick on here. Not going to get one. It's in behind. Miggy trying to keep that in. Does do so, but it can only prevent it. It's Fabian Schär, actually. Same boots. But he keeps it from going for a goal kick, and it will be a throw into Manchester United back in their corner. which will be taken by Luke Shaw. Newcastle are up for this today, guys, I've got to tell you. Luke Shaw looking for a target to throw to. Well, he's walked about 15 yards up the pitch already. He eventually takes a throw in. Over the head of Weghorst it goes. Fabian Schär nods it, but not very good header from Fabian Schär. And that's gone out of play from Fred. Will be a throw into Newcastle. We did try and release Rashford, but the ball had gone out of play. Eddie must be cold. He's putting his big trench coat on now. His big bench coat. Sorry, not trench coat. Bench coat and trench coat are two different things, Bill. Anyhow, Kieran Trippier takes it, goes to Bruno, overhit his pass back, and over at Trippier's head it goes for a throw into Man United. Poor throw in that. A poor touch from Bruno. Of course, there's Newcastle fans in the crowd with no top on, and he's got a nice mullet on him as well. It's a free kick to Man United, I believe. Foul from Sean Longstaff. And Fred and Callum Wilson having a bit of a scuffle. Fred's caused an argument in the phone box at the minute, the way he's behaving. Taking an 8 over this free kick, Man United. They ain't got no one to go to. They really are struggling to find a pass. They found one in the end. And it was to Bruno Fernandes. And back it's now with Martinez, who's got a bit of space to move into. Approaching the halfway line. Ball forward. It's going to be cut out by Botman. Good header too to Bruno. It was Joe Linton, actually. Bruno and Joe Linton have the same haircut, so it's hard to differentiate. Boards with Man United at the far side of Anthony, Botman, I should say, and Byrne are both close to him. Byrne's got goal side. Anthony goes back to Dalot and further back. Little chip in, looking for Fred. Fred wins it. Weghorst. Weghorst must score. Great save, Gavius. But slack there at the back for Newcastle, allowing Weghorst a shot. Ricochet's found Man United's way here. The header from Botman fell into the path. The tackle was made and it fell into his path again. A bit like a FIFA play, this one. And Weghorst did get a shot off, but it was scuffed. And it was straight at Loris Karius. Still no goals. And Newcastle have a throw in at the other end now. Sharp counter-attack. It's with Kieran Trippier. No one in the penalty area at the moment. So Kieran Trippier maintains the ball. Looking for Wilson. He's unmarked here. Oh, his flicked header weren't great. It didn't have much to work with, though. Botman to Byrne and then cross to Fabian Schär. Kieran Trippier bypasses Schär. Schär has it now. Now Bruno Guimaraes and now Trippier and Newcastle work themselves away from this really nicely. Bruno has it. He goes wide for Miggy. Miggy's got plenty of space to move into. Here he goes now, Miggy. Cuts inside. Bruno's was about 25 yards from goal. Goes to Trippier. Cross comes in from Trippier looking for a Newcastle header. Doesn't get one. Joe Linton made his way into the box. Now Byrne. Poor pass from Byrne. Should have put Maxi in there and didn't do so. Thrown to Man United, it's going to be Diego Dalot that's going to take it. And he's taking it now. And there's a foot in there on Weghorst. Well won from Newcastle. Maxi has it. Maxi trying to find a bit of space, can't do so. Will come to Bruno Guimaraes. Being pressured by Fernandes. Gets a push in the back from him too. But the proper Bruno is bossing that battle at the minute. Here's Schär to Botman. Back to Schär. No pressure from Weghorst. Schär rolls the ball forward for Miggy. Little touch for Trippier. He's got Bruno down the line, but he said when he saw to Miggy's robbed there from Luke Shaw. Now it's with Fred. Now Casemiro. And now Bruno Fernandes. Forward he goes to Rashford. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Longstaff's watching him. Bruno Fernandes goes back to number 18, whoever that may be. Across the field it goes. Cross comes in and it's cleared from Bruno Guimaraes. So I'll have a little drink because I'm a bit dry. But it was a good move for Man United, this was actually. And it was, in the end, cleared from Bruno. But the board is back with the Man United centre-halves now. Martinez to Varane. 18's Casemiro, of course it is. And back to David De Gea. No pressure on David De Gea at the moment. David De Gea can pick a pass and he goes to Martinez. On the edge of his own penalty area. No one pressurising him. And he's just ambling up the pitch with the ball. No one's going towards him. Wilson's closest to him. He goes square to Varane. And again, Wilson not putting any pressure on. Now he starts to put a little bit on. Back he goes to Dalot, and Maxi might put a bit of pressure on him. Back to Dalot, back to De Gea. Is he not going to go short this time? He's probably going to play a ball through to Casemiro, I think. Newcastle have got a few areas covered here, so long he goes. Looking for Weghorst. Rashford over the top. It's going to fall for Rashford. Rashford has it in the penalty area. We've fouled for that a few times last week, of course. Ball in from Anthony, straight into the arms of Karius, and Karius bowls it out to Kieran Trippier, and he's got some space to move into here. May have pulled Manchester United out a little bit here. Trippier. He slowed it down, though. Slows it totally down. It's standstill pace in a minute. Back he goes to Fabian Schär. And Marcus Rashford has gone central, by the way. So a distinct change of plan here for Manchester United. Rashford has gone central. Weghorst is on this left-hand side. Ball through the middle for Wilson. Takes it in his stride and plays it back to Longstaff. Longstaff cuts inside the second. Oh, it's a great ball from Longstaff to Maxi on that far side. One-on-one with Dalot. Got 5 players to beat and plays it to Weghorst. Strange to play that from Maxi. And now Man United on the counter. It's going to fall to Bird, and now it's Maxi again. Little touch in for Joe Linton. Little square ball to Bruno. Nice play this. Another ball across the line there to Miggy. Miggy going at Luke Shaw's got Trippier on the outside. Should give it Trippier. Does give it Trippier. Cross comes in. No, he's delayed the cross. Went for the ball from Miggy, and Miggy wasn't reading that. It was a good little ball. Jimmy Jones, 199 super chat. Do you do this full time now, Billy? Another job. No, I work during the week, mate. In a factory. Yeah. So this is just part of the channel. This is all this is. Helping out the channel, and I enjoy doing it. Anyway, the ball is down the middle. Botman plays it forward for Joe Linton. Joe Linton's robbed there from Anthony. And now Casemiro's approaching the penalty area. I've got Anthony wide, played the wrong pass. Trippier did get inside it, turned inside Weghorst brilliantly. And now we can counter. Joe Linton gives it to Bruno. Bruno beats Fred for pace, and he's fouled by Fred. But it's pretty cynical, that. They're kicking Bruno every time he gets the ball, basically. Anyway, the ball has been kicked, and now it's with Almiron. Ball inside for Sean Longstaff. Tries to turn inside. Fred has got a ball down the line. He gives it. Callum Wilson's there waiting. Callum Wilson comes across. It's tackled by Martinez. Will be a throw to Newcastle level with the penalty area. Bit of end-to-end stuff, this, but it's not been the greatest dribble at times. It looks like Anthony's holding a groin. Has he pulled the groin? Yeah, he looks like he's not going to be here much longer in the game. I mean, not in life in general. Trippier with a throw to Miggy. Miggy's going to go backwards, I think, all the way to Schär, is it? We can't. Well, he's gone to Schär now. Square to Botman's got to be the pass here, and he plays it in behind him. Got a bit of time now here, Botman. Botman goes out to Burn. Can Burn pick a pass out? He can, to Maxi. And Maxi's fouled there, Dalot, but the referee says play on. Ball over the top again. It's that over the top ball, but Bruno Fernandes not got the pace of Rashford and didn't get him behind. And Burn tried to cut inside Weghorst. Weghorst got a foot on it, and it will be a throw-in to Newcastle level with the penalty areas. A bit more advanced than actually. The ball is now with Joe Linton. Loses out this time, Joe Linton. Anthony obviously not feeling the effects of his groin now. Ball in the back. Weghorst isn't going to beat Botman to the ball there. Botman's trying to show. Well, Botman was trying to shield it from going out so it would go out of play. It didn't work for him. And Weghorst got a fit in, but the ball is now back with Lisandro Martinez. All the way back to David De Gea. A little bit of pressure coming in from Miggy. Now Dalot playing around Miggy here. Miggy's still chasing like a dog chasing a balloon. And now it's with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw cut back and went back to Martinez. There's a little bit of pressure coming on, but they're playing through it here. Fred's first touch is horrendous. He was fouled there, actually. And I think he's going to give a free kick. He does give a free kick. 999 super chat from Trevor Lockie. Very much appreciate. There's no comment there, but much appreciation, mate, for the 999 super chat. Very generous of you, sir. He does say, come on, lads, we've got this further down, but there you go. Ball is with Rafa Varane. Out wide, he goes to Anthony, who seems to be okay now. Maybe a bit of kidology. Cross comes in, it's cleared from Botman. Wilson didn't get ahead of Varane there, but Joe Linton will hoof that. Will Wilson keep it in? No, he won't. Well, it's Maxi anyway. Bruno's sitting down at the minute. I don't know if there's anything wrong with him, but he's been kicked on 4 or 5 occasions. And a bit of treatment for Bruno. This will be sad if he has to come off. Of course it will. We know what we're like without him, but maybe this is a bit of killer-jollery from Newcastle either, because he has been kicked on 2 or 3 occasions. Once from Fred, or twice from Fred even. Anyway, I can see the screen now, but I can now differentiate. $4.99 for me and A. Glasses are on for you, my friend. And Bruno Fernandes, for some reason, standing over the treatment of Bruno. Yeah, probably looking what a real Bruno looks like. And now Bruno's back to his feet. He should be okay to continue. Yeah, 499 super chat for me and A, and he says coffee for the mods. They'll be appreciative of that, I'm sure. Bruno's okay, and he's got the Newcastle black and white stripes shaved into his head. Strangely enough. Anyway, the free kick has been taken. It's back with Martinez and now Varane. 22, we're halfway through the first half. It's flown by, I've got to say. Varane, looking for a pass, goes wide to Dalot, and he goes all the way back to De Gea. I was going to do a Bruno Fernandes impression, but I thought better of it, Chippers. Martinez back to Varane. Bruno's the one putting the pressure on here. Back to De Gea. And at the minute, it looks like Longstaff stepped back into the 6. Or Joe Linton even. Anyway, the header from Rashford ain't great. It's gone over... Bruno has it now in the centre circle. Went over Sean Longstaff's head. Botman. Ball to Maxwell. Little touch there for Joe Linton. Wide for Bird. First time ball for Maximan. Now he's 1-on-1 with Dalot here. And he's fell over his own feet, but managed to get back up again quickly. Ball inside. Really well played. Bruno. Little flick there for Sean Longstaff. It's not going to fall for Sean Longstaff, and Rashford gets a header on it. And it's with Weghorst now. Now Fred and back to Casemiro, and Bruno might get there. He does get there, and he's fouled by Casemiro in the process. The referee's played the advantage, and they ain't going to get any. So can we go back? Obviously not. Bruno nods it for Kieran Trippier. Should be a yellow card there for Casemiro. It's a terrible tackle. Terrible tackle. The ref didn't go back to the advantage. We do have the ball though with Botman. But positive play when Maxi gets it. What I say, they're scared of Maxi and they know that about it. Cher almost gave the ball away there. But now it's with Byrne on the left flank. Comes back. All the way back he goes to Botman. Botman might have to go to Carrier here, but no, he floats one on the far over here for Kieran Trippier. No pressure on Trippier whatsoever. Rashford makes a lame attempt to get there, but doesn't float down the wing. It's a good ball. Miggy back to Longstaff. Longstaff, ball is intercepted by Cher. The referee should be going to Varane now to book him, but he's not. Absolutely outrageous tackle he took away with there on Joe Linton. Joe Linton beat him to the ball, and Casemiro carried on with his tackle. Joe Linton, though, is the man, and he got up. A lot of players would have rolled around and tried to get him booked, but with 53-47 ahead in possession at the minute, Botman has the ball in the centre circle. He's got the pace to beat Weghorst, and he's gone forward to Joe Linton back to Share. Newcastle centre halves don't want to get too far up the pitch because you know what's going to happen. Share now to Almiron on the far side. We'll go all the way to Trippier. Cross coming in from Trippier. Ball comes in. Oh, and it was Sean Longstaff arriving late. No, it was Share. And Share's hurt himself. Share's down holding his head. And this is usually a good sign for Newcastle because when he does, this is the kind of times when he plays great games. But it was a good move for Newcastle, this. Miguel Almiron held it up, give it to Trippier. Trippier picked out across. Share got into the box, got there. And Martinez went sort of barged into him. But I think Share will be okay. I think Share should be okay. Jackie Chung, United better. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Newcastle United are better. Who was? Martinez. Martinez has cut the top of his head open. So he might have to go down for stitches. That's a bad cut that Martinez has got. It's dying. It's dyed hair. And we don't know about Share yet. Share's waiting for the trainer to come on, so I assume he's going to be okay. But Martinez is cut to pieces. And maybe Dallo, maybe Share is too. They still haven't reshown that Casemiro tackle on Joe Linton where he was late, and the ref should have booked him for it, but never did. Fee thinks there might be a concussion protocol coming in here. Could well be. But Share has been down a million times before, hasn't he? With holding his head. But I'm not sure where the collision came on Martinez's head because it was strange. Ferguson's on the screen at the minute, and my lad's just stuck his twos up at him. He's been taught well, my lad. Benjamin Robson says, why is Steve McLaren on the Man United bench? Well, because he's their coach. Ten Hag took him on, didn't he? As soon as he took on, of course, he won the Dutch league, didn't he? So Ten Hag's come down to talk to Weghorst and Anthony. Chair looks all right to get up, but when I'm not sure, I don't know. This could be bad news for Newcastle, actually. It's going to be bad news for Newcastle because, I mean, Share looked okay when he went down. He called the train on himself, but, I mean, we've seen Share go down a million times this season, haven't we, already? The Sal's might not be the option here. It might be Target, and Burn might slip in at centre half, but Share's drinking, so I think he's okay. Share's got a bit of a mark above his right eye, so obviously a clash of heads. Oh, I'm not sure Share's going to be okay here, you know. I'm not sure. Martinez's blonde hair is now streaked with a tint of red, with a bit of claret. There's the Newcastle hierarchy. And Howard Wilkinson's managed to get himself in with them as well for some strange reason. Yassi is also there with Amanda Staveley. This will be something he didn't expect so early. And is that Edward Woodward I can see? Anyhow, Newcastle, I think they're down to 10 minutes at the minute. Long stoppage there. Good 3 or 4 minutes. Martis is back on. And we're down to 10 men. Trippier hoots it down the pitch, looking for the run of Wilson. He just runs straight into Martinez. Martinez nods it out for a throw-in, but well played from Callum Wilson. Good bit of physicality there. Share's back on. It doesn't look 100%, I've got to say. But we've seen Share do this before, haven't we? He keeps rubbing his eyes, but he has got a cut above his right eye. Little throw there, which Martinez gets to first. Trippier does win the header, but it forward to Fred in the penalty area, and he plays it forward for Weghorst. Chest down from Weghorst. Robbed by Share. Now to Bruno. Now Joe Linton. Well played from Bruno, that. Now Miggy's one-on-one with... Maxi's one-on-one with Dallo. Got the ball down the line. Burns overlapped. Cross comes in. It's poor. And Casemiro intercepts. But we nearly got that back. Fred ricocheted to him, luckily. And now Man United are going over the top again. It's that ball over the top again. Trippier's watching that all day long. And now it's with Botman. Botman plays it for Longstaff. Longstaff wide for Maxi. Crossfield ball from Botman, superb, and straight at Trippier's feet. Trippier can maintain a bit of momentum here and goes down the line, cuts inside the defender, and ball goes in for Longstaff. Well played from Longstaff. Ball out for Miggy. Miggy's going to cut inside, sure. Probably come all the way back to Trippier. Goes to Bruno instead. Bruno steps inside Fred and plays it for Trippier. Back to Bruno. And obviously Fred's decided to mark Bruno now. I've not got near him so far, I've got to say. Fabian Schär looking forward. Still maintaining the ball. Ball in for Miggy. Great ball for Trippier. Got anyone in the box? No, it's a little ball forward for Sean Longstaff. In the back. Cross all the way across the face of goal. Maxi picks up on the far side. Maxi goes inside. Dallo, great play. Maxi could save De Gea. Will fall for Bruno. Over the top it goes. Into the Man United end. And that was a bit exciting, I have to say. Well played from Miggy. Well played from Maxi also. But great build up from Newcastle United. Trippier played it in for Sean Longstaff, who appeared. Great ball across the 6-yard box. Deserves someone to be going in it, but Maxi brilliantly poor stuck out from De Gea. Bruno got a bit excited on the volley and whacked it over the top. But Maxi's made Dallo look an absolute clown there. Absolute clown. Jay Radford says the new John Motson. Thanks, Jay. Oh dear. Maxi and Weghorst in a physical battle, which Maxi Weghorst, Schär and Weghorst, sorry. And Schär does win it. I've just got my glasses on now and I still can't see. Anyhow, Rashford has it on this wide left-hand side. He's going at Trippier. Bruno steps in. That's not a free kick, referee. Absolute nonsense. And shoulder onto shoulder. Rashford fell over like a puff that he is. Excuse my language. That's the wrong word to use. Absolute fanny that he is. That's not a free... Well, maybe it is. He did go in with his elbow. Yeah, it's free kick. Rashford's okay, of course he is. It'll be a free kick to Man United. On this right flank, in swing a possibility from Goofy or an outswing from Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw outswings it, in swings it. So that's a goal for Man United. And it's Casemiro with it. Bollocks. Fancy getting undone by a set piece. That's ridiculous. It's disappointing to get beat by a set piece. Casemiro with a header. First real thing they've done all game. And they've taken the lead. Disappointing way to concede that. Real disappointing. Oh, possibility offside though. Yes, the foot offside there. So VAR must have a look at this. Yeah, we're going to have a flag here, I think. Hopefully VAR is going to rule this out because there's definitely a foot offside there. Can we trust VAR? That's the question. Not sure it's Casemiro, but there's definitely one at the far post. It looks like Weghorst. He's offside. He's holding Burn back, so this could come back. Should do. We'll get the lines out then, for Christ's sake. I bet this line will be as wonky as heck. They're trying to damnedest not to disallow this, but there's definitely one offside, definitely. Yeah, offside by a mile. Well, that is amazing. That is amazing. That's amazing. They've decided that the bloke isn't interfering with play. He's like, oh, dear me. Dear me. He's holding Burn back and stopping him making a challenge on the ball, basically. Anyway, we're back on the attack game with Miggy, but Martinez comes across and clears it out for throwing, but I think that's offside. In fact, I know it's offside, let alone think it's offside. It's definitely offside. Anyway, the ball's back with Joe Linton now. Let's see. And Joe Linton's lost out to Veghorst. No shout on the player there. Rashford steps inside but loses out. Now it's with Joe Linton on the right hand side. Ball inside for Bruno. Bruno approaching the penalty area. Bruno goes wide for Maxi. Cuts inside Dallo, back to Bruno. Bruno's got Trippier down here wide and marked. He's got Trippier now. Trippier goes for Miggy. Will he go on his right? No, he doesn't. He cuts back. Back to Trippier. It's a bad ball from Maxi, but from Miggy. Ball comes. That's a penalty. Foul on Bruno in the box there, possibly. Not given. Of course it isn't. And play goes on. Longstaff has it. He leaves it for Trippier. Now out wide from Miggy, who's got no right foot. We know that. So he has to keep cutting inside. Plays it for Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's going to go to Longstaff, I think. It does. Can we spread it over to the far side to where Maxi's waiting for it? Joe Linton has it. Now Burns. Took him an age to get the ball on that far flank. He eventually gets it. He's got 2 on it. So he turns outside, goes past Dallo with ease. Dallo slides and gets a throw into it. Maxi wants more than a throw in there. Yellow card to Bruno Fernandes for a foul off the ball. Might be Fred, actually. It's Fred who gets a yellow card. Back balls all the way back with Sven Botman. Disappointed to concede a goal to a set piece, though, albeit an offside one. Share through the middle. Wilson's waiting for that and gets a free kick through the back of him by Martinez on his ankle. That's a bad one as well. Wilson does get back to his feet, though. It's Casemiro, in fact. That's a yellow card. In fact, it should have been booked earlier in the game. Free kick's about 45 yards out, maybe 40. And Kieran Trippier's going to take it. Having a word with Fabian Schär. He's not going to go for goal from here. No chance. Ball in the back. Longstaff could fall to a Newcastle player. Miggy! That's deflected off Fink. And it is. Is it a corner? Miggy thinks it's been deflected. The officials don't agree. Well, there's definite offside there. There's definite offside. And it's Veghorst who's holding off one of the defenders, which to me it's bad defending from Schär, actually. It's a great header from Casemiro, all that considered, but offside it should have been what was allowed. Anyhow, Manchester United have it now with Rashford and the ball's in for Veghorst. Schär doesn't look the same place since he had his injury. I've got to say, ball inside. Rashford, 2-0. 2-0. Knife through butter. Deflected into the net. Marcus Rashford scored. It's 2 goals still, guys. The most undeserved 2-0 I think I've ever seen in my life. But still. Poor from Newcastle again defensively. It was down Schär's line once again. The header from Longstaff weren't great. Miggy did win the ball, but this is just easy peasy. Veghorst running at Schär allows him. No one's gone with Rashford. Rashford's gone on his own. Botman didn't think to come across and cover. The ball deflected off Botman. It's not even going in otherwise. Karius is beating it straight at him, really. He's on his way back. Poor goalkeeping, I've got to say. Poor goalkeeping. It's straight at him. Rashford gets his customary goal. The deflection did take it, did kind of put Karius off, but it was straight at him. He should have saved it. And it's 2-0, and the Plastics are in good mood now. Ball is in the back now with Martinez, covers over Wilson easily. Miggy tried to intercept. Ball's over Trippier's head. Share again standing off. This time at least fouls him and will give away a free kick. Share needs to come off. Share needs to come off. They've left Share on, and he's had a bang to the head. This time he shepherded it back to Carrius. He bowls it out quickly to Joe Linton. Little ball to Bruno, which wasn't great. Back to Share. Share hits it long, looking for the ball down the middle, which Fran mops up all day long. He nods it out for a throw into Newcastle, which Kieran Trippier will take. Now it's with Bruno Guimaraes. Has to come backwards and does to Botman in the centre circle. They've had 4 shots, 4 on target, and scored from all of them. Well, scored from 2 of them anyway. And we're dominating possession. 6 shots first, only 1 on target. There speaks a tale, of course. Burn. Now to Joe Linton. Joe Linton goes wide for Maxi. Maxi comes inside Dallo. Got Bruno Fernandes, gives it to Guimaraes anyway. Back to Fabian Schär. Square, he goes to Botman. And Newcastle need to get a goal back pretty quick. Ball over the top, looking for Miggy. It's overhit, and it's straight into the arms of De Gea. Luke Shaw has it from the bowl out, and David De Gea. Schär gets in there this time, and it falls to Wilson. Wilson one-on-one with Martinez. He's got Casemiro with him as well. Casemiro tries to foul him, and Casemiro does win the ball in the end. It's going to come. Trippier keeps it in. Trippier down the right flank. He's got Sean Longstaff outside him. Goes back to Sean Longstaff, in fact. No one really showing for Newcastle at the minute. Someone needs to put the hand up and take this game on the scruff of the neck and try and get back into it. Fabian Schär, square to Botman. Botman just coming out the centre circle, floats it across. Could be overhit that one, looks overhit. Trippier does want to keep it in. But Rashford gets in and concedes a corner, which he appealed a goal kick for. Can Newcastle get a goal before half-time? It'd be an important time to score if we do. Short corner. Trippier crosses it in, looking for the far post, and a header from, well, it's 50 pence a piece head. It's Dan Burn. Should have scored there. He's a mere 2 yards from goal. It's hit his head. He should score, and he's nodded it wide. If he lets it go, Bruno Guimaraes taps it into an empty net. Shaw's got his arms all over Burn now, incidentally. That's a penalty kick. That's a penalty kick. If VAR should be looking at that, pulling the shirt. Pulling the shirt. Blatant as hell. No one's looking at it. Even the replay showed it. But Dan Burn should still have got that on target. Newcastle win the ball in the air. Can Miggy get there before Luke Shaw? No, he can't. Fred's got it now. And Bruno takes it off Fred. Does really well. Tries to get it past Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw wins it off Bruno. Strong from Luke Shaw there, and wins a throw-in off him. Alan Shearer sitting next to Steve Harper in the crowd there. Can't be happy with what he's seeing. But we played pretty well. It's 2 lapses of, defensive lapses, and it's cost us. It's not like the other, the Man United final of '99 where they dominated us from start to finish. We've been a better side most of this game. Anyway, the balls were Joe Linton on the far side. Dallo goes for him on the yellow card. Joe Linton kicks inside him, and that's going to be a goal kick. A goal kick. Fuck off, Casemiro, you knob. They've been second best for most of this half, Man United, and they're still 2 up. And this is kind of what's been happening to them the past few weeks. They're really up for it now, Man United. Basically been gifted 2 goals. We're in added time. Shana says Dan Burn misses 3-header from 6 yards. What a surprise. He should have scored. Absolutely should have. Bit of volley tennis going on. Luke Shaw out strengthens Almiron. And Almiron's just been... Well, Fred just got in on Longstaff there. And Fred's been booked. And he should be in a second yellow for definite. Second yellow for Fred. Should be. Let's have a look at this. Oh, dear me. On the shins of Sean Longstaff, that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card all day long. Man United players are going to the referee here trying to persuade him not to, but I don't think he'd get it anyway. 5 minutes of added time, we've had a minute of them, and one of those minutes has been held by Fred doing Sean Longstaff there. Already been booked, remember. Already been booked. Sean's back to his feet and will obviously go off, but the referee's got to go back for the yellow card. He must do. He's not going to, is he? Of course he's not. Of course he's not. In fact, he's not even given a free kick. Oh, dear me. He's not given a free kick, so Man United will have a throw-in. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Throw-in's taken. It's well played there from Bruno Fernandes, but Weghorst loses out to Bruno Guimaraes. Little spin there, but he loses out. Bruno Fernandes square into Fred, who shouldn't be on the pitch. Man United have it back now with Casemiro, who floats over the top to nobody in particular. Carries, comes out and gathers. And he bowls out to Sven Botman. A bit of pressure coming from Fernandes, and he squares it to Fabian Schär. He's going to get a bit of pressure from Weghorst. Schär goes long, looking for Callum Wilson. No flag there, so the ref plays on. Shaw into Rashford. Rashford being pressurised from Sean Longstaff, and back he goes, looking for Varane and finds him. Varane's facing his own goal and give it to David De Gea. And David De Gea goes for Casemiro. Little flick there. Well, could have ended up trouble for him. It does, in fact. Joe Linton. Now, Alan St-Maximin has got it. Wide on the far side. Ball in for Bruno. Bruno steps on the ball and has to come backwards to Fabian Schär. The 2.5 minutes through the 5 minutes of injury time. Bruno now square to Botman. Botman advancing. He plays it wide for St-Maximin. St-Maximin back to Botman again. Man United's tighten up, really tight at the back here. And Maxi's gone past Anthony. Back to Dan Burn. He didn't take the ball with him. Just get it now. And Anthony robs it off him. A little flick down the line. Well played from Anthony, actually, that was. Now it's Weghorst versus Schär in the slowest foot race in history. Weghorst. Schär doesn't make an effort at him. And great save, Karius. Great effort from Weghorst. Brilliant save, Karius. Poor from Schär again. Poor from Schär. It's a good effort from Weghorst, but it's a great save from Karius. One-handed. Parries that over the bar. Don't be surprised to not see Fabian Schär second half, guys. He's not his usual self at all. 2 or 3 errors. One, in fact, you could actually attribute both goals. And yeah, Bruno Fernandes with an in-swinger, going to try and pile it in on Karius. They've done the homework here. Weghorst's in there, Botman's in there, marking him. And it comes. It's cleared from Botman. Maxi pressurises. Ball's just gone inside him, and now it's wide out for Bruno Fernandes again. Bruno Fernandes plays a 1-2, but he had moved from the spot, and now Miggy picks it up in the right back area. He doesn't know what to do here, so he goes back to Fabian Schär, not the ball to play the way he is at the minute. Schär just hoofs it, looking for Maxi. He's going to fall on Shaw's head. Poor head of Shaw, though. Miggy tried to take it past Shaw, went alongside of him, and he was robbed. And that Man United play through the press pretty well with Luke Shaw. Ball inside for Weghorst, little chip, but Botman gets in. It falls to Weghorst again, every ricochet. Now Casemiro gets a boot in. Botman beats in the air, but Bird now is against Anthony. Max has gone back to help him. Anthony turns back. did absolutely nothing this first half, Anthony. But that's well played. He beat Burnout with a bit of Wayne Sleepery, and well played from Joe Linton. Gets the ball and wins it twice. Referees give a free kick. You're absolutely pissing your pants laughing. Casemiro's going down. It's been holding his jaws if he's been elbowed. And Joe Linton gets booked for that. That's absolutely arseholery first nature. From Casemiro, he's got his compatriot Joe Linton booked there. We'll see this here. He's grabbed him by the shirt. He's holding his face if he's been punched, though, which is what made him booked. He grabbed him by the shoulder. But Casemiro holding his face. Holding his face. That's poor form. But good play from Anthony to get past Dan Burn in the end, but Joe Linton wouldn't have none of it. And Joe Linton came in and cleared the ball out and him at the same time. Well, he was holding his face a minute ago. Now he's decided to hold his shoulder. Casemiro. Been a long goal first half, this. Been a long goal first half. And it may even be half time. It is half time. With a score at Newcastle United 2, Manchester United 0. Well, what can I say about that first half? A couple of errors from Fabian Schär. Carrier should have saved the second one. First goal was offside. Fred's been booked and then did the worst tackle on Sean Longstaff and wasn't even penalised for a free kick. But we found ourselves 2 down, which is kind of a part of the course for Manchester United at this precise moment in time as far as form goes. They're not playing great, and yet they're still winning games. I'm going to take a couple of minutes to go to the toilet, guys, because I've been on for ages. In the meantime, if you want to buy merch from the Toon Review, this is the place you can do it.
So let's get down to business.
I've been waiting, think I wanna make that move now. Baby, tell me if you like it. Tell me if you like it now. I've been waiting, think I wanna make that move now. Baby, tell me how you like it.
Let's get down to business.
Guess I forgot to turn my mic off. Oh, dear me. Dear me. Anyway, we are joined from our friend over in Puerto Rico, Francisco. Let's just get the right thing up before I get him on. And it won't look horrific when I do. So there you go. There he is. Hi, Francisco. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Billy Bob. How are you doing today, buddy?
All right, mate. What did you make of that first half?
What I noticed was at the beginning it was pretty even, but the difference came when United started. Man United started playing our game. They're the ones pressing. We're not doing enough pressing, and I don't know if it's by design or not, but we're not playing our usual game in the pressing sense compared to what Man United are doing, because you see them up in our faces, 3-4 players when we have the ball in the back, and we're not doing the same. And I have to agree with the commentary I read. It's I'm sorry to say this, as much as I love him, Wilson has not been his usual self. He's not pressing, he's not moving, he's not forcing. He's relying too much on shithousery, and it's not helping us. So I am worried though about Shard's status. He doesn't look right after the hit he got from Martinez. And honestly, if you ask me about changes, the two main changes I would make right now would be Isak for Wilson, and I would send Burn back to the middle and bring in Target. I don't trust Lascelles, so I wouldn't put Lascelles. And right now, Anthony's having a field day on that left-hand side, a field day. This really proves, as much as we love him, as much as the experiment has gone pretty good, Dan Burn is not a left back. And I would move him to the center. Char doesn't look right. And I would bring in Target to give us more balance. Plus, I would bring Isak for Wilson. Those are the two halftime changes I would make, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think it's no coincidence that they scored after Cher's, let's say, head injury that he had when Martinez and him collided.
Yeah,
I don't think it's been right since then, like you say. The first goal, he was at fault. He lets Casemiro come inside him, but there's an offside there. Surely to God, there's an offside there, blatant offside. He's holding Dan Burn off so he can't challenge for the ball. To me, that should have been disallowed.
There was a call for handball from the players early on in the half inside the box, and they never showed the replay to see if it was actually a handball, and I'm still in doubt about that one. Also, we're still having so much trouble with set pieces. We have such big players, and we can't seem to get anything on target. It's so frustrating. I mean, that Dan Burn header should have gone at least towards the keeper. And it's so frustrating, man.
But at the same time, Luke Shaw's got his shirt pulling off his back.
True.
Not even looked at.
No, they won't. And honestly, there was I saw some comments about the second goal from Anthony being partially Karius' fault. I'm sorry, guys. It took a deflection. He was already covering the trajectory. He went down to cover the trajectory that it apparently was coming from. He's done well. That last save he made from that Weghorst shot, he still believes in himself, and we should believe in him. We shouldn't start assigning blame. We have not shown the energy we should, and that's the reality. I'm not seeing the press that we're used to, and I think that's the main factor, Billy. It's the lack of the press that has been our bread and butter throughout the season. When we get away from that, this is what happens. I'd like to see them press more. And there is no excuse as to why not, because they're fully rested. So there is an excuse there.
The second goal is actually so unfortunate because Botman's done everything right. But it's Cher in the first place, allowing Weghorst to run at him.
Yeah.
Didn't even attempt to make a challenge. And this is so unfortunate. It's gone in the only place that Karius can't send it. Like you say, it's going down to protect the shot. But the share work, and actually Trippier was on the far side, not coming across. Yeah, it's not good. But on the whole, you've got to be satisfied with the way we actually played in the first half. I don't think we've been that bad. I think we've been at least their equivalent.
And immediately after the second goal, you saw a response. You didn't see them drop back or get their heads down. Yeah, they were frustrated, but there was an immediate response upfield right after that second goal. And that's what we want to see. We want to see them fight. Look, let's be realistic, everybody listening in or watching. Even if we lose, which there are still 45 minutes to go, what we want to see is a team that doesn't give up, a team that fights, a team that gives them a run for their money. Both goals, apart from the thing with the offside and everything, they were great goals. Let's be honest. So hey, they are a team in form, and we need to realize this. They're not a League One team. They're not a National League team. They are a Premier team, and we need to face that, and we need to treat them as that. I see from the streaming that I have, I see Isak getting warmed up. before anybody else. So that tells me that probably that change is coming soon, which I hope. And I hope he shows up. He shows up like he did at the Liverpool game, the first Liverpool game when he initially started for us. Look, there's 45 minutes left. We need to believe. We can put our heads down. We need to stay positive, believe in our team. And I view this as another challenge. If we want to achieve what we're saying we want to achieve, Billy, we are going to face games where we're down. Top teams come back from that. Look what happened the other day with Real Madrid and Liverpool. Liverpool went 2 up. Madrid came back and scored 5. I'm not saying we're going to score 5. But if we want to be viewed, if we want to be respected as a top team, then you know what? 2 goals down, 1 whole half of football to go. Show me something. Show me something. That's all I ask.
The next goal is crucial, isn't it? If we score the next goal, obviously the game's back on. But if you don't, then I think it could be all over.
The first 5 minutes are going to be very telling. How the team goes. I don't remember because I looked away for a second. Did we kick off first, or do we have the ball in the second?
No, they did. They had it first.
Okay, so we have it first, and we are going towards the goal that has our supporters. This is going to be crucial. This is going to be crucial, and the first 5 minutes are going to tell us a lot about how the rest of the half is going to go. So, hey, fingers crossed, man.
It does indeed, and we're going to be going back to Wembley any second. I think the players are virtually coming out. Aston says, sticking to your prediction, Billy, 3-2 to the team. Well, it'd be a great way of winning now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be amazing.
Max, I wouldn't be surprised if Dalot comes off at half time. They bring Wan-Bissaka on because him being on a yellow card. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
Actually, I have 2 key players on yellows that could be the first 2.
Fred should have been off, shouldn't he? Let's be honest. Fred should have been off.
Yeah. So it's, I think the first change is going to be Fred because he's more exposed. But Dalot on the other side. Those would be the 2, with bringing Wan-Bissaka and bringing probably Savitzer on. Nice, Paul. Nice. We share the feelings.
100%. I believe in Carriers, and I'm so proud we have made it to the final. 45 minutes to go, lads. Give Man United everything you have. That's the way to do it. That's the way to go at them.
Yeah, like we said, look, he pulled off a very good save against Weghorst's shot right now.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah.
The Casemiro header, even the commentators, which I was switching back and forth, said it. There's no goalkeeper that was going to get to that. It was so well hit. So we can't accuse him for that. On the second one, like I said, he went down correctly. It took a deflection off Botman. You can't do anything about that. It's not his fault. Okay, he's doing a good job. He's doing what is asked of him. Let's believe in that, and let's not assign blame.
Indeed. Right, Francisco, I shall let you go and join us for full-time chat at the end of the game.
I will, my friend.
Hopefully, after we've scored 3 goals, or at least 2 to get us into extra time.
I hope your heart holds out for that extra time if it does come, my friend. But I'll be here with you at full time. Everybody in the chat, have a good one. And Billy, as always, keep up the amazing job you do, buddy.
Thanks, mate. See you at full time, buddy.
You got it.
Well, that was Francisco there, folks. Over in Puerto Rico, giving his view of the first half. Of course, it's been I don't think we played badly, and apparently we are leading on XG, which is obviously not the statistic we want to be leading on, but yeah, it's been a strange half of football and 2 bits of errors and an offside goal and a poor bit of defensive play. And yeah, we need to make a couple of changes, I think, at half time. And I think Francisco is right. I think we do need to get Isaac on, and I think we do need to get Shah off because he's not right. Shaka Hislop apparently says we were the better team until the first goal. It was a stupid foul by Bruno. Give ASM a chance, bring Tiger on for Burn so he can attack down that side. It's better. Yeah, I agree. I think you're quite right. I think we need to get our most attacking players on now. And it's not as if that Matt Target's a worse defender than Dan Burn. because he isn't on that flank, is he? VAR said not offside, says James. It didn't, but Danny was offside, mate. He was offside. There's a foot way over the line, the offside line. Now they're going to say he's not interfering with play, but he's holding back Dan Burn that stops him from making a challenge. So to me, he's interfering with play. There you go. That's my opinion. He wasn't onside at Dan. It was a yard offside. There you go. Clear offside. There you go. Karius has to be a monster in the goal. Cardinals shouldn't let the goal pass you like that. Yeah, it was deflected though. So Sophie says, I'm disappointed, but it's not the end of the world if we lose. It's the first final of money to come. Money isn't going to be spent very soon. We're not even really ready for Europe. We have kicked off for the second half, folks, so we better get back into the game. We haven't kicked off. Isaac's on now. Isaac has come on. I'm gathering it'll be for Callum Wilson, I assume. There's the banner back up. As much as it hurts to put it up, but there you go. But Alexander Isak is stripped and ready to go. And let's hope he can create an impact. Fred's still on the pitch, which is good news for us. No, it's not. It's Wan-Bissaka. He looks like Fred a bit, doesn't he? Better get my glasses back on. Wan-Bissaka's on for Dallo, which was a blatant change they were going to make once he'd been booked. We should have got the book. We should have got the ball to Maxi Moore in that first half because he had Dallo on toast. Wan-Bissaka's a much better defender than Dallo, although Dallo's better going forward, of course. But Sean Longstaff's the man that's gone off for Isaac. It looks like we're going 4-4-2, guys. It's interesting. So Longstaff on, off, and Isaac on. Very interesting way to. We've got to go for it, I guess. May as well lose 5-0, 2-0, I guess. But be interesting to see how we line up. But kickoff's been taken, and back the ball is with Fabian Schär, who's obviously had lots of care in the first in half time, and he's back on the pitch. Weak ball there from Schär, though. It's straight to Martinez, who chests it to Luke Shaw on the far side. Lofted ball looking for Bruno Fernandes. Rashford's in here already. Nearly got it took off from Bruno. Now it's with Fred. It's a piss poor effort from him. Fred's still on the pitch, by the way. We need to get at him. So it's goal kick to Newcastle, but a bit of slack play from Newcastle there. Anyway, the ball's in the air. Trippier's beaten by Shaw. Bruno Gomaris plays it across to Sven Botman. Can't play from Bruno. And he's going to come down here for Dan Burn. The ball is behind him, actually. It wasn't a good ball from Botman. Didn't give him anything to run onto. He's getting pressurised from Weghorst, and Botman goes down the line. Wan-Bissaka steps in and nods it in there. It's with Anthony now. Maxi will come and help. But kind of gives in straight away, and the ball comes off Joe Linton's foot and out for throw into Man United. So Eddie Howe's made a big tactical change here by bringing Isak on for Sean Longstaff. We may lose a little bit in the middle of the park, but obviously he should be more dangerous going forward. But can we get the ball to him? Little 1-2 there. It's with Wan-Bissaka, who was fouled there. Wan-Bissaka's in the box. Played it back, and it's gone to Rashford on the far side of the pitch. Newcastle haven't started yet the second half, the guys. It's not been good. Cross comes in from Rashford. A poor header from Botman. Joe Linton almost gets it shot from Anthony into the arms of Karius. But we haven't started this first half very well. I've got it the second half very well at all. First part of the second half. Giving the ball away at will, basically. Poor headers. One there from Botman. Straight into Wan-Bissaka, who's come on and looked to a threat. Attacking, actually, there. But, yeah, it's not been very good first couple of minutes for Newcastle United. The ball is with Sven Botman. Now Bruno Gomares getting a bit of pressure from Fernandes. But Gomares gets it back, and now it's with Fabian Schär. And now it's with, well, it looks like Max, it's Isak gone past Rashford with ease. Cuts out there from Casemiro, who gets a foot in, thrown into Newcastle. When we had the ball at the back there, we were set out in a 3-5-2. Little turn there. Ball inside, looking for Wilson, but it's going to be well covered there from Casemiro to take the ball off Callum Wilson's foot. It'll be thrown to Newcastle. When we had the ball at the back there, it was a 3-5-2. The three defenders, just from the possession of the goalkeeper, three centre halves that we've got on the pitch, will spread across it. So whether we're going to go 3-5-2 when we've got the ball, is going to get the fifth ball. The throwing from Trippier weren't great, and Man United can clear this with ease. And it's a long, long ball. Looking for the Weghorst. Botman's going to get across there. And lets the ball go out for a throw-in. Weghorst trying to kick off for Botman, and Botman standing up to him. And the referee gets in between them. Share back to Karius. Karius' clearance weren't superb, but it's gone to Maxi, luckily enough. Maxi goes inside Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka makes a very good tackle, actually, and he's cleared through on goal here. Weghorst going to fall for Karius now, but good tackle from Wan-Bissaka. Maxi needs to get up. What are you appealing for, you bellend? Trippier out that right flank. Ball in behind there. Almiron cut back and he's fouled there from Shaw. Tripped over. Well, I don't know if the referee's going to go to his card or not, but Maxi looks hurt. Free kick to Newcastle, level with the penalty area. Just kind of a yard or 10 out of it, but wide on that right flank. So set piece from Newcastle. Man United can't play the high line from this one this time because it's too close to goal. Wilson, Joe Linton are standing behind the defenders at a minute, but Byrne, Botman, Isak are all ready to come in. Shares standing behind the defensive line at the moment as well. So you need to get on side before the ball comes in, and Trippier's delivery's got to be good here. Ball comes in, Trippier goes in, looking for the header for Newcastle, but doesn't get one. Isak will pick it up, nods it back, looking for a flick on. Shaw gets the ball through it. Going to fall to Fred. No pressure on him at all. Nodded back from Trippier to Bruno as our deepest player at the minute. Bruno goes outside one, plays it inside there, 1-2. Well played, Bruno. That's an amazing pass. Miggy, that's piss poor from Miggy. He's been shocking today. And the ball's currently with Casemiro. Wide here for Wan-Bissaka. The ball inside, it cut out from Joe Linton. Now Isak. Isak turns and will run at Fred. Go on, run it in. He's on a yellow card. Well played from Isak. Plays it out to Maxi. Maxi's 1-on-1 with Wan-Bissaka here. Got on the outside. And he's totally missed his kick. Looks complete clown at Wembley. And the ball's gone out for a corner. Dear me. And there's actually fans laughing at that. Clearance has been made, and it's picked up by Anthony, who plays it inside, but only for Joe Linton. Ball in there for Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson's got some space to run into here. Steps outside Bruno Fernandes. Now Bruno Guimaraes plays it wide for Miggy. Miggy's going to kick inside, go straight to Trippier. Trippier gets crossed in, looking for header, but it's going to be a corner ball, I would imagine. And the ref gives a goal kick. And Casemiro's down. Martinez is down. A lot of argument about a corner. Oh, dear me. High foot, if anything. Wilson's kicked Martinez in the head. Although it's not as high as some, because he's only about 5'7", isn't he, Martinez? He's not the tallest in the world. 52 on the clock, guys. And at least there's a bit of effort being put in, but De Gea is going to kick this long. Long it goes indeed. Trippier has Share's beaten in the air. Elbow push there a little bit, Share, but it does glance off his head. It's a throw to Manchester United. Man United coming down that left-hand side. Ball is with Martinez forward to Rashford. Good tackle. He's gone past Trippier, even though he was tackled. Bruno gets a foot in the ball. Forward to Man United again. Bruno Fernandes goes from distance and not very good. He wants a corner for it. That's not a corner. It's just shit. He's getting a corner for it as well. Maybe he deflected off Joe Linton, but to me it looked like it was a straight out of play job, this one. We're going to should see a replay of this, but they're given a corner for this. And it's Luke Shaw's going to take it. So it'll be an out swinger. Will it? From that side? No, it'll be an in swinger, won't it? Of course it will. Left-footed, Weghorst there. Varana's in there too. Over the top of all them. Should fall to Newcastle head, and Burn gets head onto it, and it goes out for another corner on the other side. The Manchester United fans who were very quiet until they scored are now raising their voice a little bit, as is their wont. But this corner on the far side, Shaw's got trotted out. Now it's back now. It's been taken. Cross comes in. Header from 27, which is Weghorst, straight to the arms of Karius. And Karius is looking for a ball out. And he goes to Dan Burn. Dan Burn's on his left flank. Bit of space to move into. Goes back to Botman. Botman squares it there. Joe Linton. Wide for Trippier and back to Cher. Plenty of time here. Botman. Probably have to go back to Karius here. No, he floats one. That's a great ball to Trippier. Takes down first time. Miggy's gone down the line. Goes to Isak instead. Now out to Miggy. That wasn't the pass. Could have turned and gone for goal there, Isak. Joe Linton steps in ahead of Bruno Fernandes and takes it off him. Now it's with Miggy, and it's out for Newcastle throw-in. Trippier's going to lose this, I think. Rashford and Trippier in a little scuffle. That's going to be Man United throw-in. I mean, maybe Eddie Howe should change things around a bit. Maybe swap Miggy and Maxi and let them go on the proper sides. You know, where they're more comfortable instead of this inverted stuff. Just for 10 minutes, just to see if it changes things. Because long ball from Botman, looking for the run of Maxi, and he's going to get there. I think. No, he doesn't. Doesn't even stick a boot out. Wan-Bissaka gives a throw in. It was a bit of a tussle between Wan-Bissaka and Maxi. Maxi's fell on his elbow. It will be a throw-in. Maxi started to feel sorry for himself now. Why didn't Maxi stick a foot out, John, try and keep it in? That's a foul. That's why. He's been bundled into. That's a free kick. Good Lord. Anyway, throw-in's taken. And Anthony's robbed by Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's with Miggy who's coming field a bit. Back to Joe Linton eventually. Now Maxi's got some room here. Maxi goes on the outside of Wan-Bissaka, now has to cut back inside again and plays it all the way back. It's a poor ball. Anthony wins it. Dan Burn might win this back and does do. Well done, Dan Burn. Max in the box. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. Gone on the outside he's gone inside Bruno Fernandes easily. Got nowhere to go though. Dan Burn does pick up in the area. Dan Burn trying to get in there, but Fred cleans up, plays it out of Bruno Fernandes, and counter attack could be on here. Great slide though from Bruno Guimaraes to put the ball into touch, but he's holding his ankle again. The ankle he hurt a few weeks back. And Bruno may, the way we think he could be done here. Hopefully he gets back up, but I don't know if he's been theatrical or not. It was a good tackle. I think there's only ball. I think he only got to ball here. We'll soon see. great skills to get him into that area. But Dan Burn did really well in the penalty area. But there was a clean up from Fred here. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Now let's have a look. No, he's not doing his ankle there. He slid in to win the ball. There's no... Oh, I don't know. He may have caught his ankle in the turf there. Oh, dear me. He may have caught his ankle in the turf, and it's a great tackle, but Bruno may have hurt himself doing it. I'm not sure if it's the same ankle that he did before. But yeah, this is concerning. Bruno's back to his feet anyway, at very least, and the sprain his ankle. We know what happened last time this happened. And giving him that freezing spray to kind of anyway, the ball player back on again. It's with Botman and all the way back to Loris Karius. Karius takes it under control and launches it down the pitch, looking for Isak. It's over Isak's head. Casemiro wins it. Miggy steps in, and now it's with Isak. Isak steps inside. He's got 3 players in front of him, but he goes wide to Miggy. Miggy has swapped sides now, but he says swap side because Max is out here too. Can he give it to Miggy again? Then he cuts inside and will come away back to Dan Burn. Dan Burn into Bruno. We'll see what Bruno's like now. Nice pass from Bruno, actually. What are you doing, Maxi? For fuck's sake. Maxi played a pass to absolutely no one there. Oh, dear. Frustrating at times, Maxi. Since Wan-Bissaka's come on, he's not the same player. Go on to the far side for 10 minutes, Maxi. Alvin Glazes at the ground. Hey, Jack. See you later, buddy. So the game's a bit flat. An hour's gone. And Man United on the attack with Fernandes. Far side. Cher steps in. And it will be a goal kicked to Newcastle. Show us the game. I don't want to see bleeding Breaking Bad. Botman has it. Now it goes square to Cher. Cher advances the ball 10 yards and plays Trippier on the right flank. Trippier down the line looking for the run of Miggy. It's over here, I think. Don't think they can get there before Martinez. Martinez will just shepherd it out. It'll be a throw into Man United. Martinez falling over his own feet and trying to get... I mean, they dive over anything. Ridiculous from Martinez, that. Yeah, it's a cup final. Just swap Maxi and Miggy around for 10 minutes. Just let them go at the opposing fullback on their right foot. You know what I mean? Doesn't seem to be change anything at the minute. That's a missed kick from Vacher straight into touch, and Newcastle have a throw in an attacking area. Next goal's crucial here. If Newcastle can get it, we're back in the game. Kieran Trippier will take this throw in. Back he's gone to Fabian Cher. Now with Fen Botman. Got a bit of time with Fen Botman. Into Joe Linton. Joe Linton picks it up and goes to Dan Burn. Dan Burn picks on his left foot. Will look for Matches down his wing, and now he gets it. And he didn't give him much room to move then, and Joe Linton played it back to Dan Burn. Now Botman, the pressure's coming off of Man United. Botman steps inside one, got a man in his back here, Joe Linton. Could lose out here, but doesn't. Karius has to cover that. Surely he doesn't. Botman's got it a nice squares to Karius, and the pressure from Weghorst, who's, he's had a lot of donkey work today, which is quite apt. Ball in the air is beaten. Wilson's beaten by Varane. Maxi wins it though off Anthony, and Anthony's got well played, Maxi. Can he keep that in? I don't think he can. He can, yeah, he can. Well played, Maxi. Goes against Anthony again and goes inside him once more. Cuts inside another one. Awful pass though. Now it's with Isak on the far side. He's got Shaw on him. He's got nowhere to go really. Cuts inside. Still has it, Isak. And eventually it falls to nothing. Miggy's Trippier's trying to win it back off Fred, but the ball's back with Luke Shaw off the foot of Trippier, but cleared by Shaw. Looking for Weghorst. It's Bruno Fernandes actually. They look alike, don't they? And Bruno Fernandes just clears it into touch. thrown to Newcastle, which Trippier will take. Yeah, we look a bit. It's bits and pieces in a minute. Isak could have had a shot there, didn't get one off, and the Man United defence has definitely tightened up since Ten Hag's been there. Throwing from Trippier to Isak, back from Trippier to Cher, who doesn't control it, but there's no pressure on him this time, and he can square it to Botman, and Botman can come away from the penalty area with the ball. Now Weghorst puts a bit of pressure on. Now it's with Cher. Cher's going to go long, is he? No, he keeps hold of the ball and plays Trippier. Trippier down the line looking for the run of... Well, that's actually into Isak. Good control. Look at the space of Maxi on his far side. Maxi approaching the penalty area. Maxi's going to go inside it. Well, he's going to go nowhere because he's well defended. He's crowded out. Joe Linton, now Miggy with first touch, wasn't great. Still has possession though. Wide to Trippier. About 10 yards from the Man United area. Now it's with Gramadesh. Now it's with Miggy. That little triangle's working. Miggy's cutting inside. Miggy does get it back. Sliding there from Casemiro. Miggy just brilliantly there. Tries to get a shot off, but it's blocked. Well played from Miggy, and it's going to fall to Rashford, and we're susceptible to counter-attack football now. Rashford against Cher in a foot race is one I don't want to see. And Rashford's kind of delaying things. Trippier's got back to him. Cher gets a great tackle in there on Rashford. Brilliant. Brilliant from Fabian Cher. Absolutely outstanding defending play. Cher does now come forward. A ball over the top looking for Maxi. Gets over around the back of his head. He's in. Wan-Bissaka gets headed to it. Maxi keeps it in play, though. And we'll run at Wan-Bissaka. Got Dan Burn on the overlap. Goes inside too. Maxi's dancing feet. In the end, good defending by Wan-Bissaka. We get a corner for it, though. But good play that from Newcastle United. And Maxi's trying to G the fans up. 64.5 on the clock. Good bit of play that from Newcastle, which started with that fantastic tackle on Rashford from Fabian Cher, who looks much better this half. Trying to walk the ball at them, and that's the problem. Kieran Trippier's come to this far side. It'll be an outswinging corner. And it's an in-swinger, actually. He's going to kick it with his left, is he? It's a short one to Cher. Cross comes out. It's cross. The fuck's that? All the way to Sven. That can't be by design. Anyway, Trippier has it in the far corner of the pitch. The blatant obstruction for Martinez there. The ref plays on. Of course he does. Absolutely ridiculous bit of referee in there. Blatant obstruction from Martinez. Ref plays on. Anyway, Miggy has at the far side. He's going against Weghorst. Plays it inside for Maxi, who's coming a long way. No, it's Isak. Trying to do a bit of jiggery pokery. It didn't work. Trippier's still in the middle of the park and has it. Floating ball over the top, looking for Miggy against Luke Shaw. Never going to win that ball. Not on a month of Sundays. Fred picks up the loose ball. Plays it forward there. Could be a foul on Fred there. And the refs give it. Every kind of challenge. The referee, against Man United, the referee's given a free kick for. Hey? Botman's been booked for dissent there. He's like slid in on Fred. He's not actually doing anything wrong. That isn't a foul. That's absolute nonsense again. I'm sorry. That's not a foul. Absolutely not, but Botman's been booked for dissent. Long ball for Man United, looking for Weghorst. Botman wins it in the air, nods it down to Cher. Now Dan Burn is going to get pressurised from Anthony, I think. But he plays that around the outside of him where Maxi picks up on the halfway line with his back to goal. Can he get a goal side? He does. He goes past Wan-Bissaka easily. Wan-Bissaka gets a foot in and he gives a free kick. I thought he got the ball that time. But it's a free kick to Newcastle United. Halfway through the second half, and Man United are going to make some changes. McTominay's coming on. That's the ultimate piss take. And Sabitzer. So they are tightening things up. Guarantee you one of them will be Fred coming off because he's on a yellow card. It's not taken yet. Ball's in the air, looking for Newcastle. Flick on, doesn't get one. Rashford flicks it away, will fall to Miggy. Miggy plays it all the way back to Kieran Trippier. This same ball's going to come in again. Make sure they're all on side. High ball lofted, looking for Burn. Burn gets a flick on here. Might fall for Joe Linton. Joe Linton steps inside, shoots, blocked. Oh, it's not falling for us. Joe Linton! Oh, how's that not gone in? You jammy fuckers. Serious to God. Great defending from Martinez, though, to get a blocking on that. But that's the closest we've come to scoring. De Gea came to punch. It was a poor punch. Great play from Joe Linton. Then it fell to Wilson. He played it back to Joe Linton. The shot come in. I think De Gea had it covered anyway. But there's a bit of pressure coming in from Newcastle now. And Man United aren't making the subs at the corner. There's that in-swing that's overhit. No, it's not overhit. That's not gone out of play. What? It's an in-swinging corner. It's gone out, then in, and it's not gone anywhere near out of play, and the refs give a goal kick. Absolute nonsense. Anyhow, Man United make the changes. Sabbats is on for Fred. McTominay will probably come on for Casemiro. No, he's coming off of their course, so they're going 5 in the middle of the park now. Unless they're flagged offside from the corner, because that ball didn't go out. There's no way they can flag offside from the corner. Anyhow, Man United making 2 changes. And Sabitzer, who should have been sent off last week, of course, manages to make his way onto the pitch. And here comes Scott McTominay on for Weghorst, who's managing to shake hands with every single Man United player before he goes off. And on comes McTominay. It's a free kick for something, but Lord knows what. Didn't spot the tug on Dan Burn, did he? And when that header went wide in the first half. Anyway, Newcastle have a throw in halfway inside our half, and it's gone for Isak. He's not going to get there. He does in the end. Joe Linton to Dan Burn. Dan Burn might not get there. He gets a great challenge on it ball there, but it goes all the way through to David De Gea. David De Gea hoofs it long. Last 10 minutes, we had 3 shots, 81% possession. And we have the ball again back with Karius. And Karius lumps it. Wan-Bissaka against Maxi. Wan-Bissaka gets a foot in and goes for return, but they overhit past Mantony. We need to get this next goal, and I think these will go, you know. I think these will go. Seriously do think if we score one, they'll also go. Because we are starting to put a bit of pressure on. Although Wan-Bissaka did win the ball back there. Now it's with Bruno Fernandes. Lots of space to run into. Little chip over the top's awful. Trippier can run that out. Does run it out. And he's pushed in the back in the process. For McTominay, I think it was. Maybe Luke Shaw had an advanced role. Botman has the ball now anyway. Looking for a long pass, and he goes for Wan-Bissaka with Maxi. Isak picks it up, but out to Maxi again. Ball's out inside to... Oh, terrible for Maxi. He hasn't got his patent passing shoes on at all, but Bruno picks it up. And back he goes to Joe Linton. Been very good second half, those two. Now Maxi has it. Anthony's doubling up with Wan-Bissaka now. Square ball for Joe Linton. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Little ball in. That's a great ball. Can he get the cross in? Oh, De Gea did fantastic to reach that. Great cross. What's he flagging for there? Offside. Well, let's see if this is offside or not. He can't flag that. He should be flagging it. He is offside, mind. But besides the point, he should be flagging for that. And it's only when Fernandes appeals for it, he flags for it. Ridiculous. The linesman is supposed to let that go to VAR. If that would have scored from that and he weren't offside, you know, there's the injustice. But the linesman shouldn't be flagging. Shouldn't be flagging that when it's close. Thrown to Man United on a halfway line. Which will be taken by Luke Shaw. Over the head of everyone. Looks like McTominay's playing the same role as Weghorst was. Long clearance to no one in particular. Man United do get a header on the ball. And now it's with Fabian Schär. Fabian Schär pushing it straight towards Sabitzer, and Sabitzer wins it off him and hurts him at the same time. It's Rashford going from distance. Good save, Karius. Good save. Schär's down injured again, by the way. Terrible pass from Botman. Just gives the ball straight back to him, and they're going to step inside. Oh, great challenge though from Botman. Isak trying to win the ball back. Doesn't do so. But it's a throw into Man United. Great save from Karius from Rashford. Tackle from Sabitzer on Schär was an interesting one. Let's say an interesting one. Oh, he slid down. He's got the ball, but he took the player at the same time. Schär was gambling. But great save from Karius to get down to that. Brilliant save. And we do win the ball, but somehow, well, they've managed to balloon over the bar with Sabitzer. But Newcastle, we're on at the back, we're defending on our seat of our pants here. It's Karius clears the ball long. Wilson shows for it, flicks off the head. Oh, Miggy jumps underneath it, and little nod out from Martinez, who's played very well, to be fair to him. Deflection there might fall for Wilson on the far side of the pitch. He's got Varane going towards him. 4 men back. Wilson just plays it to one of them. Yeah, there's not enough support from there. He's on his own, and giving him a 2-0 down in the cup final, that's ridiculous. Joe Linton into Maxi. Ball is taken off from Wan-Bissaka. Ball does come to Bruno Guimaraes on his left flank in the end. He's squared up by McTominay. And we will win the throwing off Anthony's boots. Of course, he hasn't given it to us. Oh, it's ridiculous. Good batting from Dan Burn, but it's going to fall for McTominay on his far side, and Burn slides in and takes the ball off McTominay. 100% from Dan Burn again. And McTominay felt that. Must have hurt his left hoof. And Anthony has it against St. Maximin. Back he goes to Wan-Bissaka. Through the gap there, looking for McTominay. Bruno Guimaraes is on his shoulders. McTominay comes back, plays it inside. Little 1-2 with Rashford and Wan-Bissaka. And Rashford comes out of the box and plays it back to Casemiro. Up the line for Anthony. Well won though from Bruno Guimaraes, who's fouled there from Wan-Bissaka. Brilliant from Bruno. Jacob Murphy's about to come on, and so is Joe Willock. Miggy plays it back to Fabian Schär. Schär inside for Miggy. Obviously thinks he's about to get the tug, and it's going to come off. Isak runs across pitch, going nowhere in particular, and plays it to Bruno. He might come to Dan Burn here, but doesn't. He goes, well, he tried to get to Isak, and he's lost out. Isak lost out. Very weak in the challenge there, Isak. And Man United lump it. That's offside. Well, that isn't offside, and the referee ain't flagged it. The linesman ain't flagged it, sorry. Sabitzer going to shoot from distance, blocked from Schär, going to fall to Rashford. Every ricochet has fallen their way today, I've got to say. Every single one. Bruno Fernandes, back to Rashford, now back to Luke Shaw. Plenty of space. Newcastle standing off from here. Bruno Fernandes down the line for Rashford. Little triangle. Well tackled from Trippier. Miggy has it. And back to Trippier he goes. We did well to get out of that little bit of play there to get away from the ball. Botman's going to go really long here, looking for the run of Maxi. He might get there, but De Gea comes out to cover and clears it for a throw-in. Maxi's going off for Joe Willock. And I'm sure Murphy will come on for Miggy. That'll be the changes. It's Bruno going off, actually. Bruno's come off. Willock's going on. That's interesting. And Bruno looks in absolute agony with his ankle. Miggy's going to go out to the left. So Joe Willock's got to do the role that Bruno is doing now. And we do have a throw in, which is going to be hurled into the box from Dan Burn. Pity he can't be on the end of it himself. But here we go. How far can he throw it? And he needs to find a Newcastle flick on and someone at the far post and nod it in. There's the flick on, but it just falls to Anthony. He's going to run with it. And he plays a nice ball, actually. And it's 2 against 1. Trippier is marking 2 men at once. So they need to get back. Did brilliantly, though, Trippier. Did brilliantly to use his experience to stand in between the two, stop the pass. And Fernandez really didn't do anything with that. Botman floats it, looking for Kieran Trippier, who's now on the halfway line. And the second goal aside, Trippier's had a good game today. Very good game. Inside for Joe Willock. Joe Willock picks it up. It's Isak, in fact. Isak's gone past one. Gone past Casemiro, plays it out for Jacob Murphy. He's going to shoot himself, and Casemiro, he's actually steps inside it as well. On the outside, and Casemiro gets a cross in. Deflected, will be a corner ball. Positive play there from Jacob Murphy. And well played from Isak before that too. Jacob Murphy now goes back to defend as Kieran Trippier will come and take the corner and all the big men will come forward. We need to get a goal soon. It's 10 minutes to go. It's a terrible corner from Trippier, but it might fall for... Oh, that's a penalty! That's got to be a penalty! That has to be a penalty kick. Bruno Fernandes took a player down in the box. Ref's played on. Jacob Murphy's covering, but where the fuck is the referee's whistle for that fucking... That's a penalty kick all day long, man. Ridiculous that he didn't give that. Anyway, it's now with Isak. Isak's running at them. He's running at Martinez now. And Rashford's gone back to help. Casemiro's with him too. Now it's with Fabian Schär on that far side. Now Isak again. Gone past one. Can't get past Martinez, but back to Trippier it is. And the longer this ball's out of play, the less chance we've got going back, and Isak just loses out there. Can Joe Linton step in? He can. And he plays it out here for Joe Willock. Joe Willock now approaching the penalty area. McTominay in front of him. Goes past McTominay. He won't get past Wan-Bissaka, but he does get a corner. Absolutely he does. Can we have a look at that instant again, please? So it fell off. It's Fabian Schär who has it. Oh, it's never a penalty in Munsundies. Never a penalty in Munsundies. And I apologise for that outburst when I thought it was a penalty. Terrible corner from... And that's terrible too from... Well, it's Joe Willock's just come on the pitch and it was a tired effort of trying to get there. So Murphy against Anthony with pace. Murphy's running with him well and does really well, so we'll take it off him. And in fact, he gets fouled there. Well played, Jacob Murphy on the cover. Jadon Sancho's about to come on for Anthony, by the way. Anthony's not done a lot today. I think Dan Burns controlled him pretty well in the main. Jacob Murphy's done some good things since he's come on, to be fair to him. Still 2-0 to Manchester United, of course it is. Gareth Southgate's in the crowd. People saying that Bruno shouldn't have come off. He's limped off. They wouldn't have took him off unless he was fit enough to carry on without any sort of a doubt. Anyhow, the ball is with Callum Wilson down that side. He's pushed into by Martinez. No free kick. And Man United come away with the ball, but it's won back there by Joe Willock. Now it's with Botman. Now Willock again. He's got a man on his shoulders. He gives it to Miggy. Miggy is floating around now in a number 10 role at the minute. Not sure where he's going, but he goes to Trippier and goes on the outlap of him. Trippier almost loses out, but does win it off through Bruno Fernandes. Joe Linton, now Botman in the centre circle. 7 minutes to go. We need to score pretty soon to put a bit of pressure on Man United. Dan Burn on this left flank, approached by Sancho and comes back and goes inside to Willock. Willock's got a nice ball on the far side. Great ball to Trippier. Trippier chests it down, trying to get across, steps inside instead. He's got Jacob Murphy. Murphy goes up the outside of, tried the shot, and it was high wide, not very handsome, but at least he had a go. Plenty of power in it, but not much direction. Ant Deck looked very crestfallen in the stands, as do all of the Newcastle hierarchy. Let's say elite celebs. Deck's talking to his daughter in a minute, but yeah, it's not the happiest place in the world. And the whole crux of this game is we've given 2 goals away, and we've really not looked like scoring at the end either. Which is, 2 sloppy defensive errors. Nearly another one there as well, but Cher did well to get out of it. Cher's been well second half, actually. Good ball too. And we can turn and go here. He's showing a bit of pace. Wide he goes to Dan Burn, who's playing as a left winger now. Cross comes in off Wan-Bissaka, will be a corner. Dan Burn's, I've been really impressed with Dan Burn in the second half. David De Gea's been booked for some reason. Don't know why. Five minutes to go, plus added time. There won't be a lot of that. It's right on the goal. Oh, it almost went in. Great corner from Trippier. It's palmed out from De Gea, and Miggy picks it up on the right flank. Plenty of time to turn and pick a ball out. Can go with his left foot because he's cut inside. It's Newcastle headers looking fit. Joe Linton gets blocked. Great defending from Man United. You've got to give them credit for putting their bodies on the line in the box. And that's about the 4th time they've done it now. And they've cleared it long, and we could be on the counter here. And again, it's Jacob Murphy going against Rashford. Savic has made a run to get up with him. So Sancho. But it might fall here for Dan Burn. Dan Burn's let it go. Sancho stepped inside, and now it's Rashford. This could be the end. This could be 3-0. Oh, dear me. Now it's with Wan-Bissaka on the edge of the box. Good save, Karius. Straight at him, though. I don't know what Dan Burn was doing there, letting the ball go, but the ball's been bowled out. Joe Willock has it against Wan-Bissaka. Hasn't going to beat him for pace, but he does try anyway. And Wan-Bissaka gets a foot in, stick out to the long spider leg, kicks it out into touch. 86 on the clock. Willock looks knackered already. He's only been on for 15 minutes, I've got to say. And I don't think he's fit, if I'm perfectly honest. Throwing's taken. It's a poor one, but Joe Linton gets there. That's a free kick. We'll get one for that. Foul from Casemiro. Joe Linton beat him to the ball. Yellow card for Casemiro. About 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes too late. Oh, that's what Bruno did against what's his face in the semis against Didozi. He gets a yellow for it. Yeah, well, maybe I'm just being a bit over the top of the referee, but I've seen reds given for that before. Ref give a yellow for that one. Kieran Trippier with an in-swinging free kick. Must score now to make it any kind of game. Flick onto the far post. Burn should win. That doesn't. Too many cooks spoiling the broth there. In effect, Jacob Murphy's gonna go from distance, ain't he? He does go from distance. Oh, it's a foot wide. Brilliant effort from Murphy. From about 35 yards out. It was a low stinging shot with plenty of power. De Gea was beaten. The gap was there for him. I could see him lining it up. Great swerve on it. Oh, and it's just swerved too much. Great effort from Murphy. And Murphy's playing himself into a starting role here because he's played really well since he's come on. Mass jack of all. And Man United making another sub. How many subs are they making? Maguire for Rashford. Maguire for Rashford. I'm not sure how many subs they've made, but it seems like they've made loads. Long clearance from De Gea, straight out of play. Man United have really bulked up the defence now. They've got Maguire in there also now, which could be an advantage to us. Too many cooks for them might spoil the broth. If we can get one soon, it's got to be very sharpish though. There's only 2 minutes of normal time to go. And you can guarantee there won't be much injury time here, despite Bruno Guimaraes being down for a good couple of minutes. But I bet, and all the subs as well. You'd expect at least 5 minutes. Throws are awful. Throws are awful. Just giving the ball away now. Well won back though from Willock. Steps inside one, going to play it wide for Byrne, behind Byrne slightly, and has to come back to get it. Byrne has to go back also to Botman. He'll go to Cher. In fact, he goes inside Cher. It's a poor ball from Botman. Well cut out there from Miggy. Miggy has no one on the left flank, so he comes out himself. There's no one on the left-hand side. Miggy's looking for a pass. He gives it to Joe Linton in the end. Probably going to go all the way to Trippier. He steps inside and gives it to Miggy again. Miggy goes outside Casemiro. Poor passo. And Man United will come away with the ball. And with successful twist on the counter, Botman does brilliantly to get the ball off Sancho. Out physicals in. Brilliant from Botman. Now it's with Willock. And now wide for Byrne. And it's ridiculous that Byrne's the most advanced player on this left side. But he is. And Joe Linton now has it in the middle of the park. Cher. Now Trippier. Murphy's out wide if he wants to give it him. Doesn't he? Steps inside again, gives it to Murphy in the end. Back to Cher. It's no good trying to play possession now. We need a goal, boys. Get the ball in the frigging area. And it does come in the area. Wilson dive for it. Wilson surrounded by 6 or 7 Man United players. It was nothing much to do about nothing there. Martinez had caused a fight in a phone box. Wilson wants a corner. I ain't going to get one. Martinez is a right prick, I've got to say. We should get a corner. Wilson just kick him in the thigh, mind. 5 minutes of injury time. Wilson's holding his knee for some reason. God, and we're not going to get a corner anyway because it wasn't a corner. And Elliot Anderson's come on. No, it's Matt Ritchie for Wilson. No, it's Elliot Anderson. I was right the first time. 2 have come on. Ritchie and Anderson. This is just for Wembley experience, I guess. Cher wins the header. I think Almond might have come off this time as well. He's acted as well. It's going to fit in. Willock can play out to Dan Byrne, who's now Murphy's come out here to the left flank. He stepped inside Maguire as well. We get a free kick for handball. Man United, master of the dark arts at the moment. Got to say. Luke Shaw's been booked now. How many other cards have they had today? Anyhow, if we're going to get anything out of this game, we've got to score now and then get another one quick. So it needs to be a bit of urgency. Free kick's poor. It's in the air. De Gea does get a hand to it. It was a good header, actually. Cleared out. A 199 from Jimmy Jones. Do you get into Europe for getting to... No. You only have to win it. It's a good save, actually, from De Gea. And the ball back from Anderson didn't go to anyone in particular. But we do have a throw-in. There's 3 minutes to go. And again, particularly a weak pass, but well stepped in from Trippier. Deflection finally goes our way. Fabian Scher's playing as an auxiliary centre forward now. Murphy has it far side. Martin's at his back. A little bit of trickery from Murphy, but he needs to get the ball in the box. We'll get a throw-in. And the Toon army are waving the black and white flags, and it's despite being 2 down, you can see how fantastic our fans are. It's a fantastic show from the Geordies once again. Despite the team not being up to it today, and they're through here 3 against 1. Joe Willock's trying to get back to Fernandez. He steps inside. Not you. You get great save, Carrius. Great save. Stop the goofy wanker from scoring. But I just got to just say again, the fans in the crowd, 2 down. The flags are waving. We nearly lost his third goal there. Carrius has been actually quite good, I've got to say. But Fernandez stepped inside Willock and Carrius made a fantastic save. Corner to Man United. But the show from the fans there has put a lump in the back of my throat. I've got to say. 2 down. We haven't really turned up today. But the fans, they've turned up. They turn up every week. What a fantastic group of supporters we have. McTominay's in the box now. Elliot Anderson steps in and clears it for a corner. This game's over, folks. This game's over. Look at the state of them. And they've got a right to celebrate. They've won the final. They've managed the game better than us. I think Ten Hag's outcoached Howe today, if I'm perfectly honest. We're in the final minute. And Man United fans can finally, and they're celebrating on the sidelines now. And yeah, this is done. You might as well blow the whistle, ref. Don't let them take the piss out of us. And it's kicking off with Shaw and Martinez now. Martinez has been an arsehole all game, I've got to say. But he's played well. But he's a master of the dark arts, as I said earlier. But they forget they've got to come to St James in a few weeks, I've got to say. And he thinks we're annoying. Wow. And somehow the referees managed to manufacture a free kick to Manchester United. Martinez has been booked. They're in the corners now. Full time. Man United have won the Coca-Cola Cup. It's not even called that. It's Carabao. Sum things up. Eddie Howe's grace in defeat, as always. Ten Hag, I'm not sure it would be the same if it was the way round. But Man United have ended their awful trophy drought of 6 years. And they're celebrating like they're the best side in the world now. And it's painful to watch. It really is. Newcastle players are depleted. Carrius had a good game, apart from maybe the second goal. Maybe could have stood up for it. But the deflection did beat him. The first goal was offside. But result aside, I don't think we've been outplayed or anything. I think we've been... I'm pretty sure XG will say on stats with a better side. Oh, dear me. Yeah, it's painful. Painful to lose to these. I mean, Rashford's done next to nothing all game. Casemiro's been a bit of a monster. Excellent signing for them. Picks share up. Yeah. Great winners, terrible losers. Man United. And you'd think it was the World Cup the way they're celebrating. And their trophy drought of 6 years is done. Let's bring Francisco back in. He's over there in Puerto Rico. Bit of effort shown in the second half, Francisco, but it also no avail in the end. But
they play much better. They showed spirit. They didn't give up. I'm not a fan of having gone to the 4-4-2 at this stage when we haven't done it all season. I understand wanting to go, for a dual attack, but taking Longstaff off, I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of that decision, honestly. But I am happy of the heart that the voice showed. Murphy, in the few minutes that he was in, was amazing. Had a great shot. He kept battling. And at the end, you can see it was just a matter of bringing in some people for the experience. I think with about 5 minutes to go, Eddie had conceded. And it's just not our time. It's okay. Nothing to be ashamed of. It was a 2-0 defeat. They could have had more. Carriers stepped up, like I said, made very good saves.
Yeah, he did.
As I said, we cannot blame him for what happened in the first half. It was a team thing.
Yeah, she never got that far, should it? She never got that far. I mean, Cher and Trippier were found wanting a little bit. And Cher was obviously a bit woozy at that time. Let's just do this super chat from Fahed, 729. Arab Emirates Dinar, would that be? I'm not sure. But thanks for your contribution, mate. And he says, Karius has been our best player. He should be on number 2. Can't agree. I can't disagree with that. That's, nice comment, mate. Well done. Well said.
Yeah, again, he did a good job. Again, none of the 2 goals were his fault. There was one he couldn't reach, and the other one he made what he could of it. It was just, a good shot with a deflection from Anthony, who's on fire right now. We got on the second half what I told you about at halftime. A good showing, not giving up, fighting. That's what we got, and I'm proud of that. I'm, like you said at the end, what I'm most proud of, as always, is our fans. Oh. Dear God, that was beautiful. And it's a sign of things to come. Look, it just wasn't our time. We don't have the squad depth that they do. It's a reality. The reality of things is we are far ahead of schedule in terms of all the things we're trying to achieve. We've done amazing. Now I would say it's a matter of concentrating, of keeping a form. We got some very tough games coming up. We are still in a great position to achieve either Champions or Europa League. And that's what we must aim for right now. Applaud our players, get behind them. I have no doubt our fans and the support we're going to keep getting is going to be amazing. There are going to be some detractors with delusions, unfounded delusions of we should have won, we didn't do this, we didn't do that. But reality came back. Reality came back at this moment, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. We have to be proud of our boys.
100%. And the fans, like Brian says there, I was all right till the flags drowning here. Yeah.
It was a beautiful display.
I mean, our players did put the effort in. There's tears on the pitch now. Bruno's in absolute floods. But our fans don't deserve. They deserve so much more than what we get, than what we've had, and they will get it in the end. They will get their just desserts in the end. The reward, absolutely no doubt about it. But there's definite parts of that team that need improving, isn't there?
Yeah, but look, you just said a very crucial thing right now, Billy. Yes, it is sad. It hurts, and not to harp back, like we've said, and Paul said it the other day very well. It's time to stop saying, look at we were a year and a half ago. Okay, yeah. We'll stop. But at the same time, look at all the amazing things we have gotten this season. The results we've gotten against traditional great teams. Yes, there have been some, downfalls along the way. We got to a final in over 20 years. Let's be proud of where we are. And keep in mind, again, and that's why this is something I say every time I come on. Look, we are rebuilding. We can't rebuild a team in 2 windows. It's impossible.
Yeah,
it's going to take more time. That's what I've said before, and I don't know if you would agree with me on this, but I personally would prefer a fifth place finish. I would prefer Europa League. Reason being, the amount of money we would have to spend for Champions League to not embarrass ourselves is too much. I don't think we would be ready for it, and that's my only fear of getting to Champions League. It's embarrassing ourselves.
The financial rewards, though, the financial rewards from actually getting into it,
that's true.
Outlay that. So I'm not so sure. I mean, I'm just be honest. I don't think we'll make the top four anyway. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't think we will. There's signs that the form is kind of falling off a little bit. Players, we've missed Bruno, and I think he could be out for a while again now. That was a nasty injury he got there, the ankle, very similar to the one he had before, although it was the pitch doing it to him this time. And we know we haven't got the depth in the squad. We know we haven't, and we've struggled without him for the last three games. And I thought today we were much better. Anyway, I just commentate on the team are going up the steps now. The Newcastle United team, they are going up the steps to receive their runners-up medals. I'm not going to say the L word because we're not L's. We're never L's. We are winners, and Amanda's crying also. This never happens again. And Merdad and Amanda are talking. She's got a smile on her face, actually. And she's clapping the players. And Yassir's with them. And I think they'll be saying between themselves, this won't happen again. This won't be this. Next time we come here, we'll be coming here with a side that can win the game. Well, a side that can win the game today, I just think the game management lets down. But the players, Trippier's managed to get there. I think he's the first one there to receive the medals. He's got a smile on his face. Dan Burn's got a big smile on his face. Amanda Staveley's doing a big kiss. He's giving she's kissing all of them by the look of it. But handshakes from all of the board as they go along to receive the medals. Callum Wilson, Jacob Murphy's the next one in line. Then Elliot Anderson, Alison Maximan. Doesn't look the happiest bunny in the world, I've got to say. But she's been chatted to he's been chatted to by Amanda. All along they go. Joe Willett, Mark Gillespie, Sean Longstaff, Matt Target, Bruno Guimaraes. She's managed to get up the steps all right, so the ankle may not be that bad. Miggy, Lois Carrius, Joe Linton, Sven Botman, Eddie Howe's also in the queue. So they're going along to meet the board, and they're proud of them. They're clearly proud of them. You can see the way they're reacting to them with hugs. Amanda especially, and Yassir also. There's Mark Gillespie there. Sorry, I said him earlier. Matt Ritchie, Eddie Howe's getting a massive hug from Amanda, and from Yassir too. And
I think
also,
what you just said.
Also, we have Jason Tyndall also joining and receiving medals as they go along, and they will come down the other side of the steps down onto the pitch where they will go and greet their fans. I'm pretty certain of that. I'm certain I'll do a lap of, well, not a lap of honour, but I'll certainly go and greet the Toon Army at the end of the pitch. Magnificent show there from the board. All the fans have stayed to watch them. No one left. Well, there's been a few left. There's a few empty seats there, I'll say. But in the main, and Man United now go up the steps, and we can carry on talking now because I don't give a shit about them.
Listen, what you just said right now during that part, I think it makes me not agree with what you said about not reaching fourth place. It's the fact that I think for that purpose, this loss might help us. The feeling of we don't want to feel like this again. This is not going to happen again. I think that's going to help. I think that's going to help in the sense that, okay, we missed out on this, even though we got so far. We're not going to miss our place in the table. And technically, even though we are in fifth, we are 2 games in hand to Tottenham, which are the ones that are in front of us. Mm-hmm. So, and given what I saw from Liverpool against Real Madrid, I don't think they're going to reach it. It's going to come up to the will and to the attitude the players show the rest of the season. And I think what they're feeling right now, walking up those steps, whatever Amanda has said to them, it's going to work on them on the positive. And one last thing is that one thing I love about our owners, at least the perspective that we get from the outside, is that we have down-to-earth owners. We lost.
I'm going to read this next comment out because it's from a Man United fan, but I think it's worth reading now. It's GG MU, which is obviously glory Man United, and he says, "Credit to Newcastle, you're way ahead of schedule. You've turned it around from last year. I'm a United fan." Thanks for that comment, mate. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I like how our owners are down to earth. Their reaction right now shows that they understand it's a process. That it's amazing that we got to where we got, but we have to be realistic. And they have shown so far that they are realistic. They don't have inflated egos. They don't have ridiculous expectations for the now. And I'm really happy about that. I really am.
I'm not disappointed with the performance, I've got to say. And there's a team there that's had £1 billion spent on it, having to resort to dark arts, negative tactics for the vast majority of the game to beat us. I think we can look at that as a positive as well because, you know, I mean, Harry Maguire's come on just to lift the trophy up, which is pathetic in my opinion. Bruno Fernandes is with him, and God, you know, I'm not even going to watch it. I don't want to watch it.
What is this? Their version of Laurel and Hardy?
Yeah, basically.
One player I will single out for his character and his behavior on the pitch from their side is Rashford.
Yep.
No shithousery from him.
No.
Just performance, keeping his mouth shut, going ahead. And I applaud him for that. And
to be honest, we kept him quiet, really, most of the game, didn't we? Kept him really quiet.
But even when he got fouled, tackled, you know, even in his celebration of his goal, he was a gentleman on the field for a team that has a bunch of jerks in it. So I will applaud Rashford in that sense. He has shown true class, in my opinion, and you know, credit where credit's due.
That's a fair comment. And we'll read this super chat from Ian Fleming, who's a valued contributor, and thanks for your continued support to the channel, financial and watching, of course. Thanks, Ian. He says, "Oh well, we'll just have to win a cup double next season." That's the way to look at things. Let's be optimistic about things. I mean, it's not a good day to be a Newcastle United fan, but I'm sure the fans have had a fantastic weekend, and this bit is the bit that we didn't want to see, but it's happened. We need to just pull our big boys' pants up and get on with it, basically.
Thanks, Pete. Yeah, look, another thing, Billy. We have now that we're back on the league, we have Gordon back. He's still developing. He's still integrating into the team. We have Willock back. We have Bruno back. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Pope? Does Pope has 2 more games because it was
Pope's
straight red?
Pope's back in.
Pope's back in. So again, I think we have enough of a team for the rest of the season. I don't think. Yes, we don't have the deepest bench, but we have enough to keep our form if they have the right attitude. If our players have the right attitude going forward, we can sustain our place in the table. I truly believe that. I think there are only 2 games that are worrisome. That is Man City,
which is the next one.
Exactly. And the other one would be Arsenal.
We've got Arsenal home, we've got Man United at home. Chelsea
that
away.
one, you know what? Chelsea, I'm not worried about. I saw, as I was listening to you at the beginning of the transmission, I was watching that game. That team is a mess. That team is a total money pit, like the movie, definitely. But Arsenal do worry me.
I have the awful
though,
feeling, though, but the time we play Chelsea, Francisco, that they'll have a new manager and someone will go in there and get the right players in the right positions and improve them somewhat. It's got a feeling.
I don't. Well, you never know with this owner. That would be
You
stupid,
don't.
in my
You don't
opinion. Given where we, the time of the season where we are, just finish with him and start over, because you're not going to accomplish anything. And at least that's my opinion. The Arsenal game is at home, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is a plus. That is a plus. And but again, the City one and the Arsenal one are the two that I'm worried about. City, especially because it's the next one and it's at their place. But the Man United one, given what happened today, and the fact that I think they'll still be playing in Europe, and us having Pope and Gordon back, I feel much more confident about that game, because again, that game is at home, if I'm not mistaken, as well, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not worried about that. The only two, like I said, I'm worried about is Man City and Arsenal, even though it's at home. Those are the only two. The rest of the games are winnable. They are winnable. And I do believe we will keep our place in the table. But you know what? The one thing I'm really, really concerned, like I said, even though he wore his heart out at the second half, I'm still very doubtful of that left back.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing again. Yeah, that's the thing. That's not him. And honestly, like I said before, if there is one of two positions that should be a top priority, and which we would spend money, real good money, come summer, is the left back. And there was a player that we spoke about during last summer's window, and who we faced, curiously enough, during the friendlies, is the left back from Benfica.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember his name right now. That's a player that could change the whole complexity, because then you're talking that both left backs would be, both fullbacks would be a major threat come set pieces, free kicks, and everything like that. Because right now, Tripper being the only one, no matter how much he tries to vary in things, him being the only one taking free kicks and set pieces, it's a problem.
It is indeed. But we've come well, as I look up to the screen now, they're in front of that Carabao Cup final winners barrier, the Man United team, and they're dancing around like they've won the lottery, the European Cup, the World Cup, all added into one. But at least we can end this ridiculous drought situation they thought they were in.
Yeah.
It's been a day of reckoning, really. We know we've got things to do with our squad. We know we've got things to improve in our team, even. But what we can't ever doubt is the commitment of the players, the commitment of the fans, and the commitment of the club in general. And we've got a couple of super chats here before we go any further. Peter Dolan, £10. I'm immensely proud of our lads today. I truly am. I'm in floods of tears here. And we all know that we need proven goal scorers, because our present lot cannot cut the mustard. And George also, not a great outcome today. But as long as we can get back to our earlier form, we'll be okay. Thanks, fellas, for them fantastic contributions and generous financial contributions to the channel. And as always, fantastic, both of you. Yeah, and we just can't commit. We just can't forget that the commitment that the players put in today, they weren't good enough today. We didn't trouble them enough, did we? Let's be honest. We never really looked like scoring, did we? Let's be honest.
You know something, Billy? I don't know if you agree with me, but I think many of our scorers, let's say our front four this time, when Isak came, are too concerned with getting close-in shots.
Yeah.
I don't think we're doing enough long-range shots. The first one attempted was by, funny enough, Murphy.
Yeah. Great effort.
That is something we can experiment with, because that draws the defense outside the box. If our players are only looking for scoring inside the box, then we're predictable. And I think that's another thing that we need to change. And I'm glad that Murphy did what he did. because it varied what we were doing.
And Foxy, always the voice of reason, says Man United have 3 players that can be mentioned for player of the season: Rashford, Casemiro, and Martinez. Absolutely hate them, but Ten Hag has done an amazing job, and he has. Let's be
Yes.
carefully. But he's had anyone could do that job with that money, can't they? Let's be honest. They're not hard signings, are they? Casemiro and Martinez. There's not like he's gone to the back end of I don't know, anywhere in the world to find some unknown player. They're obvious signings, aren't they?
Casemiro was a great signing, and not only that, the job that Ten Hag has done with him, integrating him into the team. And even though Fernandes is the captain on the field, the real captain on that field is Casemiro. He's the one that pulls the strings. He's the one that gets everybody where they should. And he's done an amazing job. And look, it takes guts to do what Ten Hag did in confronting a player like Ronaldo. And I take my hat off to him for having the, to do what he did, confronting a player with his status and his ego. And since he did that, that's when that team took off. When he got that bad apple out of there, that's when that team took off. So hats off to Ten Hag in that regard.
Yeah.
Great job, honestly, and you have to commend him. You can't hide that fact.
No, definitely not. A couple more super chats here. Mark Mullins with a £5 super chat. Thanks, Mark. Much appreciated, buddy. Mark. And Ian Fleming also. He's put a £5 super chat in. Again, fantastic contributions. A generous benefactor of the channel. We may have lost the game, but you are still the best NUFC commentator, buddy. Thanks, Ian. Really appreciate that, buddy. We do our best on here. We do our best on here, mate. Lots of comments coming in, loads and loads and loads. But it's at the end of the day, and it is the end of the day now. The game's done and dusted. We've gone there. We've frozen a little bit. We've been out tacticked a little bit, but we can be proud of our team, can't we?
Yes, we can and we should be proud of our team. The team needs us for what the remainder of the season. We as fans and everybody that talks about Newcastle throughout the media says the same thing. Our fans are a key factor in wherever the club goes. So our boys need us for the rest of the season. All that I talked about a little while ago, all the goals we have towards the end of the season, where to end up in the table and everything, part of it will be because of us fans.
Rach with a £5 super chat, Queen of the Mods. Well done, Billy. Proud of where we are in such a short time. Our time will come. Our way, the lads. 100%.
Yes,
Rach, you bang on the money there.
Thanks,
and
Rach.
thank you ever so much. I'm getting texts, so I must have done something wrong. Let's have a look.
Well, you look at that. I want to take this moment, and I know you do this and you share this feeling. I want to take this moment to thank all the support on the channel, all our subscribers, all our viewers, the mods, not only because of the job that you guys do, the fun that we have on the chat, but also the support you show. One of the great things about this channel is the freedom to have your own opinion, no matter how diverse it is. And you guys are amazing. You're amazing. But at the end of the day, we, because I count myself as part of them, are all a reflection of you, Billy, of Paul, Alex, and Danielle. You guys are the leaders of this group. And truly, my friend, I want to thank you for what you do, because you help us. You help us, you guide us, you entertain us. And the job that you do sometimes is underappreciated. But I know I speak for the rest of the chat in saying that we are also proud of you guys for all that you do in this channel.
Well, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate them kind words, mate. Honest to God. It's lovely, lovely words. And just to show I haven't missed another Mods chat. Well done, Billy. It's Fez. Onwards and upwards we go. And I even got wrong on the chat here. See, even the Moddy super chats gets missed by Billy. I'll get there eventually. Rach. Sometimes they show up here and sometimes they don't. Another one here from Martin Watson. Great commentary, mate. Hopefully a cup next season. Yeah, you're right, Martin. Thanks ever so much, mate. Thanks to everyone that's contributed today. Millions of comments. And if there's any, I'm just going down to see if there's any more super chats in it. Because if I miss one, I don't want to get wrong. And there's a chance I will. So we are coming toward the end. We're at nearly 7 o'clock. I've been on stream now for 4 hours nearly. And so I'm ready for a drink, basically.
You are a champ, man. You are honestly, really, after the 12-hour marathon of the last deadline day, I'm not. 5 hours is nothing.
Yeah, you're right. It's a mere sprint.
Yeah.
So, thanks for joining us, mate. Really appreciate it. We're going to bid you all farewell. A sad day, but at the same time, a good day because we've got more of these to look forward to. And we're gonna take this league by storm and the Wembley by storm at some stage in the near future. We're way ahead of schedule. Let's not forget that. But I just want to say a massive, 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 massive congratulations to the Newcastle United fans that have behaved so well in London this weekend. They've took over London. They've cleaned up after themselves. They've made the spectacle today that it was because obviously they outsung everyone there today. Superb from the Toon Army. Superb. And superb you lot in the chat. And also to the fantastic mods that have been watching the chat today also. I mean, there's been some whoppers in there. I've noticed a few. But you've done fantastically. So big thumbs up to everybody. And you, Francisco, again, the work you do with this channel is really, really unprecedented. You know, the voice work you do is fantastic. And coming on and helping us get through these streams. And especially if you work today, because I did it on my own otherwise. So I appreciate your support, mate, 100%.
You'll always have it, my friend, because you welcomed me into this family, and I'm a proud member of it. So big hug to you. Many cheers to everyone on the chat. And let's keep our heads high and our support strong. Season's not over. We're getting to the good part now.
We are indeed. But for me and Francisco, and a sad Toon Army tonight and a sad TTR, but one with a smile on one's face, we love you all. However, lads and lasses, we'll see you very soon tomorrow night for a review of that. Love you all.